Alright, 4 minutes is probably long enough. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Blades in the Dark. I am Noble Crumpet. I am a PNG Tuber streamer and Comfy Cosmic Bean, and I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays art, Thursdays video games, and Sundays I do TTRPGs with my friends. So we're here today for Blades in the Dark. This is a special setting. Our players have returned to their home D&D setting, where their previous level 20 characters have already conquered, and these scoundrels are finding their own slice of the pie. So, see what our friends are up to.
And that's sassy, that'd be one thing, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not good at their job. That was the thing that killed me. I was like,
And we are live.
Alright, back to the game.
Back to the game.
different game.
A different game, yes. So, last time you guys did a little heist. You broke into a elven factory filled with clockwork toy soldiers looking for a magical helm. You fought a candy cane lady that could duplicate herself after getting promptly frozen. You broke free, made your way to the sewers, and teleported to Galestone Keep. Rather, the Filthy Fox is the name of the inn, where your previous level 20 characters were enjoying the holiday of Soultide. And you guys got them their goods, increased your rep with them, and got some coin in return. And then we spent the rest of the time doing faction bullshit. So, here we are once again. You guys have gotten a hot tip that the people that were commissioning those clockwork toys were a group called the Drake Talons. They are a group of adventurers turned rogue that have been throwing their weight around Allure after their successes in the Underdark. And you have it on good authority that they're going to be hitting the Goldgate Den. Because rather, the Goldgate Den was the one that commissioned those toys. The Drake Talons commissioned little edits to those toys to make them aggressive. Does that sound right?
That's about right.
All right, perfect.
We're going to be going to the party playing both sides because we want to be opportunistic.
Yes, you're going to be doing a social sort of encounter.
We're gonna be conveniently vigilantes.
Yeah, if it works out, it works out. If not, we got an alibi that we were just chilling for the food.
Vigilantes of convenience. Can you guys hear a car alarm through my microphone?
I cannot.
Yes, I can.
Kinda. But it's not like holy shit, mute the mic type of deal. It's just more like we can hear it if you strain it.
It's in the background.
That's good. It's just quite annoying. Thank you
I'm
for
sure you
starting.
hear it full volume.
Oh yeah, I do. Anyway, I suppose we'll continue.
And then Chris is like, I'm gonna increase the gain so everyone experiences it.
No, it's probably fine. Let's see. So, oh, thank God it stopped. That was gonna drive me insane if that kept going. So in the downtime, you guys did your own downtime. The Drake Talons, because I do downtime for the relevant NPC factions as well. You found out that they edited those clockwork devices, the Drake Talons. Then the Goldgate Den, the people that they're gonna hit, they strengthened their hold, which a hold can either be neutral, strong, or weak. That just depends on kind of... It's just a narrative device, basically. They're on edge, so they've heightened security a little bit. Also, Edelon Groves, you have heard through the grapevine that they attacked the Vintners and destroyed their smuggling route in the Underdark, reducing their tier to tier 2. So, they've been busy. And with that, what should we do now? I think we need to do... Did we do an engagement roll at the end of last session? I think we did.
I think we did.
I believe so. Like, it sounds familiar.
I
Yeah.
think we talked about it, but we
might not
were
have...
going to put it off in order to do it and set the stage for this session.
Oh, no. I can actually just scroll up in the chat.
Good. Okay.
We got a 5, which is a partial success. So that means you're in a risky position. It doesn't mean you get any bonuses, is all that means. Okie dokie Loki. So let's get into it. Alright. You guys head to the Goldgate Den. And for your reference, that is here in the Gate Market. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. That is the home of the Goldgate Den. They are a gambling sort of group. They are hawkers of a vice. Also, you guys have new tokens and shit. I added them in. I don't know if you want to change your stupid card suits. I know that Allie complained that I gave her the spade before because she had a spade as her weapon, but she wants to be the clubs.
I was using the shovel to club people.
I understand. So, you guys okay with being a king of diamonds for the leech and the ace of spades for the necromancer?
I mean, sure.
I
mean,
love it, but that's just me.
Not necessarily necromancer. I just talk to the dead.
Sure.
Yeah, that's necromancy.
But Shovel's friend finder, come on.
There you go.
Oh, no.
I thought of it more so as they find me versus I find them.
Also, are you okay with your names? Because I feel like Ebenezer and Tiny Tim may have been little fun jokes, but if you'd like to change your names, you totally can.
Yeah, if this is gonna be a long campaign, I'm probably gonna end up changing a lot of things.
This is just your
gonna be
code
one
name for now.
shot.
Code name for now. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My hope for this game world is that we can just come back to it and do one shots whenever we feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe open it up to like other players too if they want to join, but that's the general idea. This isn't going to be like a months long campaign is the hope.
Stuck in a poison dungeon.
Stuck in a poison dungeon forever.
I remember that. Still.
No, the thing is, which one?
Is it the Shrine of Tomoe-chan?
Oh yeah, that one.
That
It was
was
the Shrine of
rough
Tomoe-chan.
Because
I
that
hate
one
it.
killed 2 people.
No,
I
that
hate
one had
Yes!
a...
it so much.
That was like constant air AoE like poison damage.
AoE poison damage, and then the one time where we went down a hallway and a giant cylinder came out of a wall and crushed someone.
Yes.
That
I was like,
sucks.
don't you guys want to play the fun ball game mini game? No, we want to get the fuck out of this dungeon. What the fuck is this place?
I don't want to play basketball.
What an awful dungeon. Good thing it sank into the swamps and will never return. Right.
But there was probably gems in there we didn't get.
Oh yeah,
You had
there
to
was
go back
loads
to
of shit.
get rid of the vampire.
You did have to go back to get rid of the vampire that was Dan. Literally was Dan's character.
Yeah.
Bard
And
Pyre.
also, Boom Crash got cloned. That was
right. That was
Yeah.
that was
fun.
the whole time. That was the whole thing.
It was a
Fucking
bad
hated the
time.
entire dungeon.
Let's forget about that dungeon. Let's never talk about it ever again.
All right. So you guys are going to the Gold Gate Den. Can you remind me what your approach was? The approach is, I think, social. You wanted to do a social encounter?
Social smoozing.
Social schmoozing?
Yeah, we're pretty much just gonna be awkward bodyguards, just depending on how they decide to make their crash and grab.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, we were being reactionary rather than proactive.
So if you're doing social, the detail that you guys get to decide is the social connection. So who are you guys going to be? Who are you guys meeting there? You can invent whatever you want. You now know that the setting is the very familiar Allure, so feel free to invent anything in this setting.
I say half of us are staff and half of us are guests.
All right. Any
sound
particular
good?
preference for half?
I
Or
mean,
staff.
what kind of staff? Like, bodyguard?
I was gonna just serve hors d'oeuvres.
I mean, I
I'm-
don't mind being, like, security, because then that's an easy switch in case we need to, like, beat someone up.
All
I was
right.
gonna be something like a janitor or something like a plumber type of deal.
Oh,
Like just on call, like engineering staff type of deal.
So we got
Hate that door.
janitor near, engineer janitor, and then we got the hors d'oeuvres free stuff
Technician.
salesman, hors
No
d'oeuvres
one
technician.
is going to want to take hors d'oeuvres from you. You look dead.
Yes, the hors d'oeuvres
You
technician.
know what?
ASMR.
Maybe I should show up as more of like one of
Reed,
those
like
wacky.
lounges in a chair and is like, I'll give you some practice, and he like snaps his fingers, like, give me goodies, young
You know
sir.
what? I'm just gonna show up as one of those people that shows up at parties, but instead of having a guitar, I'll be like, read your fortune, talk to your dead relatives, that sort of
Ooh,
thing.
God.
a
Nice.
sort of
Are you gonna
magician.
play fucking Wonderwall?
No, I'm gonna have a ghost play Wonderwall.
God, God, I hate you.
This is
Uh,
going from Blaze in the Dark to Candela Obscura very quickly.
I'm
Well,
going
I'll
to
I'll
assume
be an eccentric psychic. That's
Nice.
my shtick.
You're an eccentric psychic. Ebenezer is a technician. Reed is bringing a chair with them to sit down and do
No.
that pose whenever
No.
possible.
Because, well, if
You heathenism
the
watch.
joke was some people are going to be staff and some people are going to be guests, and I was like, all of you are staff, so I'll be the guest.
Right.
Ah, I know.
And
I
I
was
was
just
like,
Reed-
you know
yeah.
what?
riffing.
I'll just be a psychic, and Reed and me can go in.
Reed's like, let's do some pampering real quick before we actually head off into this, and serve me.
You do
see
some
a
prep
cup
work.
just float up there. You see a cup float out of nowhere, and then a spectral hand appears with a rotted corpse of a face. I used to drink the water here back when there was malaria.
Oh my god.
Here you go, Reed.
Reed cackles while he's like perfecting whatever his guise is going to be in the mirror. And finishes off his eyeliner, I guess.
I'll just try and put together a silly disguise that makes it just look like a weird, like, fortune teller person.
All right, you kind of gussy yourself up in a big costume. Reed does their normal daily routine.
There is no normal daily routine. It changes every time. Today, I'm blonde.
Very well. Sophia, what is your profession going in?
Bodyguard? Oh, security.
Ooh,
We're
security.
going to, like, isn't this more like a, well,
It is a gambling den that is having a holiday party.
yeah, so you need security.
Sure.
You literally just show up in front when they see trouble and just be like, hey, you guys need an extra hand?
I feel like I would have done a flashback at some point in time to make it more official, so I would actually kind of get in, and that is my job.
You like after a few nights, you would have been made a request to host that type thing.
Sure, or maybe I punched somebody out, hid them away, we all kind of, like, learned something from someone, and I took their spot, because they need to hire a new person, so I was like, I'm here.
Did the minnows thing to a random dancer?
All right,
Sure.
so let's have you guys go there then. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Fantastic. You guys arrive on the night of to the Gold Gate Den in your disguises. So normally if you get like a crit on your engagement roll, you get past the first obstacle to like get in. But now we do need to like try to get you guys in with those disguises. I don't think Reed is going to have that much of a problem as long as they like flash some coin or something. I'm sure that they'll be happy to have a new guest.
Sincerely want a drink and a fuck.
And there you go. So let's have the rest of you guys. Let's have you all do a sway. And I don't think Reed can help or lead this because they're not associated with you. Does that sound right?
Sorry,
I don't
guys.
get
Good
it.
luck.
But could I use the tune to kind of show off my skills? I'm trying to be a psychic.
Oh, I do have a question. So is this like a new heist thing? So do we get to like allocate points, or is it like not anymore?
All right. How many points has everybody allocated?
4 for me.
I have 8. Because I used all
Oh
of them
no,
last
you mean
time.
like total right now? I have 8 right now.
Okay. From last session, you should have allocated 4 points.
Yeah, so I have 8 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's no more allocating. That was just
Okay, that's-
that was a fun gimmick to create characters while the mission was going on, and so that I
Ah.
could obscure the fact that I didn't know your character races because I didn't want to reveal that you were in a D&D world.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, actually, that was one weird little question though. We did choose the group we have got the talent that gives everybody a thing in one combat thing.
Yes.
What was it? That just basically gives you a point and you get to choose which one you want to put it into, right?
+1 action rating to either hunt, skirmish, or wreck.
Yeah, so we just choose one of those and we can add a point to it, right?
Yeah, you add a
so
pip
then we
to
should
it.
have a total of 9 pips.
No,
Yeah, that's
8.
what I was saying.
Okay,
Yeah, because you started with 3. You
Okay, yeah, that's
and
right.
then I
So
got 4,
added
that is
7,
four,
and then
so
yeah,
7.
okay, that's what I thought.
and then 8.
okay. That's what I was just double checking in the number.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
so I did
so
already choose
9
that.
total?
Nope, 8.
No, 8.
Okay,
Eight.
good.
Yep.
I think everybody's
Okay.
good. Also, a minor question. I had asked about your guys' off stream. I asked you guys about your reputation that you want for your crew. C had preferenced professional, or else maybe daring, or strange. These are
I
just
think we were
descriptive
leaning towards
words.
strange. I was leaning
Are we?
strange.
If you're gonna use the royal we, make sure it's clear. I'm gonna go with professional.
Allie's once again annoyed by the royal we. Oh yeah, no, Allie, I was about to say like we straight away from the topic. Like have we straight from the topic, Allie. So okay, so the list that I put down was preference, professional, daring, strange, savvy, brutal, honorable, subtle. So
Yeah.
those are the words that I put in. No one else said anything. So
Yeah, that's why I was
Where
kind of
did the
asking.
list go?
It's
Was
in
it-
the Dorkvision chat.
Ah, I'm in
Sorry.
Starfinder.
Well, Reed, what did you want?
Hold on. Let me look at it again.
This is just descriptive. I figured it would just put an air about your mission as you go about it.
If you choose professional, I think it's just professional.
Professional is just like you guys wear suits. You guys get down to business whenever you're talking to people. You know.
yeah, I was thinking professional more in terms of like whatever we like we get it done. We operate by like
Yeah,
strong
you're
contracts.
hiring contractors will do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, professional.
All right, we're
Where?
professional.
Hold on. Clarify. Where are these notes? Because they are not in Notes Dorkvision for me.
They're not
Yeah.
notes
What do you
Dorkvision.
mean?
It's the Facebook Messenger Dorkvision chat.
Ew.
That's right. Okay, I put it in stream memes. I copied it over, so that
Thank
was,
you.
there you go.
this is the list that I
Yeah.
put it in my order.
So
but,
I wanted to ask what savvy was, because that sounds interesting, but I'm
Savvy
not quite
means
sure.
that
like-
you're good at your job. You're good at what you do. Savvy?
We're not good at our jobs.
Says
So-
you.
You're savvy. You
Savvy's
know a lot.
savvy.
You're
You're
already criminals. You have like a criminal background. You know the lay of the land. You know how to do things.
I say we're more savvy than professional, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, Reed, we could be good at our jobs, but you tend to need a bit more things. Just saying.
Fine.
l-
I
you
will.
like
I
your
will
stuff.
accept. I will accept savvy, daring, or professional.
All right. And yeah, daring is obviously like you hit way above like your normal like tier or your level. Strange is like you involve a lot of magic or weird stuff, like specifically Dan's character.
Everyone stares at
Yeah.
Tim.
Ghosts.
Brutal is like you always leave a bloody scene behind you. Honorable is like gentlemen thieves, or maybe like vigilantes. Subtle is just no sign left of you.
I'd
and
say
we-
we're
and
savvy.
I don't want to do subtle. Like that's my least favorite. That's why I put it in last
Yeah.
on the list.
Subtle
want to blow shit
bravos.
up.
I think we're savvy. That's my vote.
All right,
Um,
we'll go with savvy then. I think, unless anybody objects.
No, I would say because I was stuck between professional, daring, and savvy as well.
I don't think we're clean enough to be professional, but we're definitely savvy. We get
Will
the job
we be
done.
able to change?
I mean, I
Probably.
guess
Okay.
I don't think it really matters, but I think we are overall.
this is
savvy.
literally no gameplay thing
Yeah.
at all. This is just to
just
help us
vibing.
narratively be cohesive together.
Get the vibe.
All right. Well, let's change the music. I think.
Well, I think we're a
You were-
bunch of chuckle fucks all thrown together, so savvy's the best we got.
And I was gonna say, because you were saying we had to roll sway rolls, but I was asking if, since I'm doing a psychic character, if I could at least get some attunement to help or something. So I gotta
Right.
show off my ability to talk to people that are dead.
So, so you're just saying by virtue of psychic powers, you would like to get in.
Well, I'd like to put on a show. Maybe I'm talking to the bouncer and be like, "Hey,
Well,
I'm
that's
here
the
to entertain
sway.
the guests." Yeah,
Huh.
but
You
it's
still
through a
need to
psychic
talk
power.
to people. You need to get in.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So another rule that I'd like to bring up that is in the Blades in the Dark book is called Don't Be a Weasel. And it's don't just use your best ability to overcome a challenge every time. Try to use the one that makes the most sense for the challenge. And also, I would like to remind you as well that the best way to level up is by making desperate rolls. And the only way to make desperate rolls is to get from a risky position into a desperate position.
So we are in a risky situation right now, right?
You are risky right now, yeah.
Oof.
So
We
I'm
can
gonna
still
call
spend
for
stress on this, right?
yeah. You can spend 2 stress to push, 1 stress to assist an ally, which gives them a bonus die. You can also do a flashback at any time for a minimum of 1 stress. Actually, minimum 0 stress, technically, if it's something really simple. So, alright, cool. That
Okay,
sounds like a
nice
0
roll.
dice. So, I did ask for everybody to do it. I guess Tiny Tim can lead it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I already rolled. Wait,
Yeah,
did you not
he
see my roll?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he rolled first. Oh.
yeah, he rolled first.
Yeah, I see just leech.
The leader is the one who's going to take on stress, but it sounded like you had an idea for using your psychic powers to sway people.
Ah, okay. So it's one person roll. Okay, I get it.
No, everybody rolls except for Reed, because Reed isn't participating in this one.
Okay.
Desperate, right?
No, it's
Yep.
risky.
All right.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna take on some stress. I'm gonna do a flashback then to, because I guess we can just take on another stress. So I'm taking 3 stress. The flashback is basically gonna be we would have staked it out to kind of just maybe throw around some names and get a idea of who's gonna be coming on the list, so we can just seem like we're supposed to belong there.
Okay. Sure. You can. So let's flashback to look for a list. I'm gonna call that a study
Survey
roll.
maybe or study.
Let's
Okay.
call it study. You're trying to look over who would be invited to this party and who, like you're looking over lists. You're asking people things. You could also say consort if you're talking to people, like gathering information at a tavern.
I'll stick with study.
Okay, then we'll do this before your sway roll.
This is just how do you want me to roll precision wise?
Position is, I guess, controlled because this is before the encounter.
Okay, standard bonus die none. This is just okay.
Okay, partial success. You found a list of names that would likely be on the list, but there's no way to tell if it'll be a duplicate name or not. Like if that person has already arrived. Like you weren't able to replace these people. You just found names of people that would be here.
So I can name drop, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean name dropping still is helpful enough.
Yeah.
You know,
So
saying I know that person.
So I'm gonna give you, because of that flashback, you're gonna take on 1 stress, and then I'm gonna have you get a bonus die to your sway roll.
Okay. So position is risky. Effect is standard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I get 2 bonus die because I also put the stress on. All right. Well, that sucks.
That does suck.
I'm gonna have to find another way in, guys.
That does suck. Okay, so you take on 1 stress because Sophia failed her roll.
Oh, she failed that.
Yeah, she got a 3. She took
Oh.
the lower of the 2.
You take the lower.
Oh, great. I'm already stressed out, guys.
But as the leader, yours is the only one that matters. You come in all flashy, dropping names. I am the fortune teller, and I've arrived with these two folks. What did you say your names were? And then you drop some names, and then the person looks at the list and goes, "Those names are already on the list. I can't let you in. Are you trying to pull a fast one?" Now I'm going to say you're in a desperate position as another security person is called over.
Can it be? Wait, we're trying to go in. I wanted to go in beforehand for security.
Well,
Oh,
we could pivot to
the-
you just saying you're part of security.
Yeah, so can I do a flashback saying that I was already a part of security? And then that way I can do the pat down and be like, no, this one's on a private list.
Okay, I can say that that was a thing. In order to do that, how are you getting in, like, ahead of time?
Can't I just apply for the job like a normal person? Can't they just accept my application?
You hung around the place and broke up a fight a few days ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I
well,
have helped and started the fight?
Yes, Reed.
all right, so you're going to start a fight, and then Sophia's going to stop it, and that's going to be your application to become a bodyguard for this gang?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it was like, right in front of wherever their crew was, and they're like, hey, you need a job. It looks like you got some muscle behind you.
And then a fight broke out just there.
Reed breaks a bottle and is like, hey, everybody, want to start a fight?
That's the best way to start a fight. Okay, so Reed, take 1 stress for assisting Sophia. Sophia, take well, we don't know how much stress you're gonna take actually. Let's call this whew. So a part of me wants to call it a skirmish because it is a fight, and I guess it is a fight against somebody that you don't know. So I'm gonna call it a skirmish check. Even though you are kind of trying to sway this person.
I mean, could I use command or something instead? So it's more of like an intimidation thing, or is it
yeah.
physical?
I think that would be fine.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to be more in the, like, this is physically happening, or I'm just, like, making a presence.
It's your call.
I mean, either way's fine. I don't want to be a weasel and use the higher one.
Well, it's your call.
Alright, I'll use command.
Okay.
I'll
Oh
do the
god,
flavor.
the steel chair.
The steel chair!
Alright. Sophia, Reed starts a fight by breaking a bottle and stabbing some fucker, and then a fight breaks out because it tends to happen when that sort of thing goes down. And this is, of course, a flashback. And
Right.
Sophia, you try to pick up this guy and like move them towards the exit. You also like manhandle Reed a little bit, who is in on the bit, and then like separate them and try to pull them towards the exit.
Reed just wants to be picked up.
Well, that was an
Accurate.
that was an unintended bonus to the bit. So, Sophia, command. This is a risky position, I guess. Yep. A 3. That is a failure. I think
I thought
you.
it was 3 through 4 that was like
4 and 5 is a partial success.
4 and 5 is partial success.
6 is you do it. 3 and less is a fail.
I mean, I can stress myself out technically in Adderall, but we already know what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna take on 2 stress, and I'm gonna say that due to the nature of this flashback, this is the same guard from earlier, and they recognize Sophia.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna now say that your position has decreased to a desperate position. The other guard is called over, and one of them is like reaching for a sending stone that's like an earpiece on their elven ears. Ebenezer, do you have anything? Any tech that could help, or any ideas?
Okay.
Could have planted a bomb to cause a distraction.
No. I'm thinking. Okay, I think because it's D&D world, like basically a message sending, going like, hey, we got a situation in the back rear exit. There's
You
some miscreants hanging about, and like.
So do you want to like try and tap their sending stone?
Or just send an overriding message, basically. Like just
Sure, tap into their sending stone line.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, because they need to hear it.
Okay, that I think is either going to be an attune or a tinker, and I think that
I think I'm a tinker. I wonder why. If you give me a choice.
all right, I think if this is tinker, it's probably going to need a flashback as well. You guys all tried to prepare for this thing as hard as you could. It just keeps flashing back to you guys failing.
Okay,
I love it.
yeah. Like, I would have been doing like the prep work near the party or whatever. So during those times, I would have had the chance to go into the janitor closet and get all the walkies and such tinkered with.
All right.
During my smoke break.
We will call this a tinker roll. Let's just see if it succeeds.
Just risky and succeed. See if it succeeds.
Yeah, risky standard.
You know what? Everyone's failed, so I'm gonna do. It's 2 stress to roll additional die, right?
Yes, to push yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
This is a very stressful entrance. Ooh, well, you do it. Looks like the backup plan paid off. So you're able. You have a.
He just never trusted me.
Yeah, Ebenezer just didn't trust you guys with this information. So, they get a call suddenly.
You plan like poor people.
Ebenezer, you plan
Good,
like
I can
the
fit right
poors.
in.
Ebenezer like talks into their caller to give them like a command. We need all hands in back. There's like a big fight breaking out back here. Again. I don't know.
Some poor people are gathering near the party.
So Ebenezer, let's have you make a sway roll, and let's have you do it in a desperate position. Here's the desperate part.
Okay.
If things go bad here, then you either need to make a break for it, find another entrance, or just abandon the heist.
Ah, shit. Okay, you know what? Another stress.
It's fine. I already got 3 spaces left to stress.
You have 3?
Yeah, because I got part of the lead thing. I took a lot to try and roll well, and then we got
No,
a failure.
I only have 2 left.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
We're
You
starting
guys should have
well.
partied harder. I cleared all of mine, nearly all of mine.
If I remember
partied
correctly, Reed's luxurious shopping spree didn't do it for him.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
there's
true, too.
like
Yeah.
this void in my soul is not being filled with material goods.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, for some reason my money isn't giving me happiness. Ebenezer's like, yeah, tell me about it.
Oh my god.
So, this is a partial success, not to undercut what has happened. You also made a desperate sway roll, so put a pip of XP into resolve, yeah. Alright, so this desperate thing has a partial success. The guard that recognizes Sophia just kind of like looks over at the other guard and says, keep an eye on them, and then rushes into the back. Then the other guard just kind of says, alright, well, we could use the help. You did have names on the list, but I'm going to have to double check these other folks that came in. So I'm going to have some people keep an eye on you guys, but you're free to go in. Very irresponsible.
Thank you.
Very irresponsible guard. But you guys are in
kind of typical, unfortunately.
kind of tip. Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes. You know
There's
what?
too much going
I don't
on.
want to deal with this. I'm getting confused. My boss just left. Just go in.
Yep, that's my job.
So,
Yep.
so, wait. So as security, have I been pinned to them to like keep an eye on them now? Because the point of the flashback was to get the security jobs, then clear the security part.
So you guys are now in the building. That was all that they were trying to do. You were trying to come in as like hired help or hired entertainment. You tried to enter earlier but couldn't.
Okay.
Tiny Tim tried to sway them now but couldn't. Even with the names that they gathered. Ebenezer tapped into the sending stones. You still have that as a potential thing. Ooh, we forgot to mark off load. Choose your load for this mission. I would assume it's going to be light.
I'm going on light.
Yeah, because if
Okay,
it's
is there
light,
benefits?
if it's light, it means that you don't look like you're like scoundrels. Medium.
You're not carrying. It doesn't
Yeah,
look
you're
like
not carrying a ton of stuff. Medium load means that you look kind of ready for trouble, and heavy means like you're commandos that are like fucking going into a fucking prison break or something.
Yeah, probably light.
But the thing is, like, I'm a tech worker, so I think I can get away with
A normal load, at least.
normal load because I'm the technician.
Okay. I think
So
I'd
I'm
allow
perfectly
that.
normal, unless someone objects to it.
Yeah, it just would prevent you from looking like maybe a guest.
I'm definitely not a guest.
Okay.
So yeah, that's fine with me.
Right, you guys enter into the Gold Gate Den. It's a holiday party. You can see that the various clockwork toys and like they look like those sort of like toy soldiers that you might see around Christmas, except they have like patterning that makes them look like Leaf Crown Guard, but with like exaggerated features. Yeah, like nutcrackers. You also see that some of the large toy like animatronics are they've taken the form of like ballerinas, and they're like dancing in this this sort of frozen this area in the center, like a courtyard. It's been frozen over for the winter, and it's become like an ice rink, and they are dancing within it to an onlooking crowd that is like clapping. There's also, it's a gambling den, so there's tables set up for gambling. There's also, let's see. There's also like, we'll say crystal stalagmites or stalactites, like hanging as like garlands from the ceiling. We'll say that they have taken some trees from outside and brought them inside. They're lit with magically glowing lights. And otherwise, why don't we go to each of you guys to invent something at this holiday party that you would like to see here. We'll start with Reed, because Reed wasn't participating in the entrance exam.
Not sure exactly.
Not sure what you want to see.
I'm not sure what I want to see.
Can you give us an idea of kind of like how this gang usually operates? Like, what do they tend to steal? Like, maybe what's their vibe?
So this gang they're a group of hawkers. They're very professional, I would say.
High-end merchandise, or
they're
not
very
some of them?
high-end. Like
Okay.
Ebenezer's Vice purveyor, the Blind Heights, they deal to more like the scum of the earth clientele in the Undercroft. This one is in the Gate District of the Patriciate Ward. A tourist could feasibly have gone here to gamble sometimes.
So this is high-end luxury items, and if there is possibly trade of people, it would be high-end. Like,
yeah, these are all
stuff.
rich Eloran nobles and merchants, maybe foreign merchants as well that are visiting in Elore.
I know what I
that gives
want.
us an idea of what we can ask for.
Okay, if you know what you want, then speak up.
I'll still take it.
There is a dessert table.
Nice.
Okay, but this dessert table just simply has a nude elf laying across it with a like bamboo
Nude sushi?
leaf across them with all
Yeah.
the desserts on top. There you go.
Reed's like, I would like a second nude elf on a different table.
Or maybe I want to be the nude elf.
So your race is an elf now.
Reed's like, that could have been my job. I could have snuck right in.
Reed is looking at this and is like, damn, that would have been amazing.
I want to say that load is probably something below light.
That is fair. I don't know.
But you can
I'm
hide so many things inside the desserts.
Let's not go there.
Is there...
Flashback! I'm the
One
nude
other
elf!
thing- Okay, anyway. Okay. Looking around, seeing if maybe there is someone wealthy or someone powerful in the gang that I can maybe entice to be on their arm.
Sure. You see that the guild boss is actually out and about for the holiday, so they're kind of schmoozing with the upper crust clientele that they seem to be intimately familiar with, like people that come here very often. They are, in fact, a turtle folk, if you couldn't intuit that from the name.
Oh my god, yes.
their their name is Jack Jadeshell Camaro. So they are just kind of chilling and talking to some nobles. Let's populate this area with some tiny nobles. Put them in order of importance by being tiny fucking tokens.
Excellent. Okay. Reed is gonna cozy up to the bartender and be like, "Hi, what does your boss like to drink?" And he like nods over to the turtle.
Oh, the boss? Boss doesn't usually drink while he's on business, but if he does drink something, maybe he would for the holidays. It's usually one of the finer wines, something aged nice and slow.
That sounds utterly delightful. Can I get 2?
Oh, of course. He's kind of gesturing, like, do you want it from the top shelf or second to top shelf?
I want to express my appreciation for all the good work that he's been doing, so I'd like to get him a treat. Mine can be second shelf, but I think he deserves the best.
All right. Let's say
How
that.
much money is that going to be?
So we'll just call this you spent 1 coin, and you'll get a bonus die when you're interacting with Jade Shell.
Fabulous. Okay. Where the hell is my coin? Oh, I don't.
We should all have 1 coin.
Okay.
So
I have 2.
if you didn't write it down, then maybe you forgot to write it
found
down. Okay,
I found
good.
it. It was 1 coin, so I'm spending my 1 coin.
All right, that's fine. You remember the crew also has coin you can spend from the crew's stash if it's so.
Our crew stash is always low because we'd be using it on extravagant things.
Maybe.
I don't know what that's like at all. I have never spent anything from the crew stash, especially not in another Blades game where I have a gambling problem. So.
Oh my god.
Shut the hell up.
Money keeps going missing all the time.
All right, so Reed's gonna go over to Jade Shell. Ebenezer, Tiny Tim, do you guys have any thing that you'd like to be here?
You know what? It's a gambling party. I'm gonna say there's a really hot table of poker going on, and I'm gonna use my ghost to see if I can cheat.
All right.
Beautiful.
No-
What a scoundrel.
so normally their game of choice is a different game, but you do find that there's a few other people playing different games at different tables. And off in the corner there is a game of, I don't know, what's the dumb dragon? 3 Dragon Ante. They're playing one of those ones. And
I'm looking for something where I can use a ghost to see somebody's cards.
you head over there. I did have an option for this.
Should play Liar's Dice. That we can do like freaking
So we'll
Davy Jones and go 4 4s.
let's have you go and schmooze with some folks over here. Let's have Reed go up here towards Jade Shell. I'm also gonna just ask Ebenezer what you would like to add to the scene.
Okay, so in order to make myself necessary for the scene, like the technical stuff, not only with the animatronics, but I'm gonna say like the chandeliers on top of the rink and the thing are made to move, kind of like the Phantom of the Opera show. It's like a big
Beautiful.
crystal display thing that's supposed to move and supposed to make sure it moves properly is why techs are needed for this place.
Okay. Maybe we can say that there is an upper level, and you have snuck up there. There's maybe like another technician up there as well that visits occasionally, but you have decided to use this as a sort of aerial view to scope out the place. So we'll put you way up there in the clouds.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Yeah, I'm looking at everything. I'm also going to put a clock up here. And that's all that I'll say about that. Okay. Sophia, you were the first to add something, the nude elf. What are you doing?
I mean, if I'm playing the security guard, or attempting to play a security guard kind of position, then I'll find myself near a wall, standing probably next to other security guards, hopefully kind of close to the dessert table so I can sneak a dessert every once in a while.
All right. You pop some pastries into your mouth.
Little pastry puffs, yeah.
some spanakoppitas, some cocktail wieners, cocktail shrimp. You remind yourself that shrimp is more expensive, so you start downing a few more of those.
I don't care if it's not dessert, that's great.
Brought in fresh from the crystal mirror.
Chocolate
Alright.
covered strawberries.
We're gonna have
Yeah, think Kaylee from like when she went to the party in Firefly.
With the red stash. Red stash. Someone should interrogate it.
Yes.
all right. Let's have you, Sophia, since you're scoping out the area. Why don't you do a survey roll, and I will also allow Ebenezer to do a survey roll.
Okay.
Risky standard?
Yeah, you're no longer in a desperate position. You're now in a risky position.
Now that we got in.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Both partial successes. You have perhaps identified a suspicious character. There is somebody at a gambling table. They look like they're a bit more dangerously prepped, like equipped than the rest of the clientele. Also, they have a very notable companion next to them. There is a red dragonborn wearing like heavy armor, and they have a green guard drake at their side that is like a sort of pet for them. Their big horns look like not polished or anything. They don't have the appearance of an upper crust elite. This person looks a lot more like an adventurer. Perhaps that's how they've gotten their way in, since they are the people that are doing this heist are an adventuring party. But maybe they've flashed some money around, pretending to be good adventurer.
Ah, stereotyping, I see.
It seems so.
Is there
How many dragon hordes did we like knock over? Yeah,
least
we had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there any other like security guards that are like nearby?
There are a few dotted
Okay.
throughout the place. I mean, the Gold Gate Den, they have bolstered their security, so they have a strong hold over their turf, and this is their turf.
Sure. I just want to kind of like approach, anybody who seems to be working the evening and they're kind of keeping eyes out to make sure that no one's causing a ruckus. And just stand next to him and say, "Good evening. I'm late to the party, but is there anything we need to be worried about? My purveyors are over there," as I gesture to my party members.
Yeah, we're keeping our eyes on a few suspicious types. Points out the Dragonborn that is drawing the most attention. And they also point out another suspicious character, a sort of cloaked elf. They have darker skin of like a drow. This might just be typecasting, but they also don't seem to fit the typical Eloran noble garb that is usually the visitor that
I
comes
make
here.
note to the guard. I'm gonna be like, "Are you sure that those ones are gonna be a problem? They kind of look atypical, like they're made to look like the problem."
That's a good point, but we have to keep our eyes on everyone.
Completely understand. Just making sure I'm keeping tabs on the problems.
Right, well, enjoy your soul tide. They kind of nod and just stalk off somewhere else.
Yep. Just do like the little nod thing, and I just keep standing there.
All right, Reed. You head up to Jade Shell. Jade Shell is talking to...
Saunter. I
Saunter.
don't head. I saunter.
I apologize.
I would like to make note, I will be making or trying to hide so many faces if you all do stupid stuff.
All right, Jade Shell is...
Don't make those faces.
Jade Shell is talking to their affluent patrons who are currently gambling over a sort of like tile laying game that is the game of choice around these parts. And there's like an entire like bunch of hors d'oeuvres that are nearby, and they've motioned over a bunch of laborers to hand out desserts to these folks. They've got their hand on their shoulder and they're talking to them in boisterous laughter. Welcome, my friends. It's good to see you here for Soul Tide. I can only hope that you win as big as you did last time, of course. Read.
Okay. I'm going to slip the wine glass in front of him and see if I can like lay/lean in a decorative way, and say like behind him and say it's like libation to celebrate the holiday, sir.
Someone has been talking to the bartender. I
We
thank
wanted
you
to
very
keep
much.
happy.
And I don't think I've seen you around here before. What is your name?
Call me Lioncore.
Lioncore. Is that what you said?
Yes, I did.
Okay, fantastic. Why don't I ask you what you're trying to do, and then we'll do a roll, and then we can role play based on the roll. Like if it's a poor roll, it'll go poorly. If it's a good
Yes.
roll, he will say yes to everything that that you say.
Okay, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ingratiate myself to him so I can be the arm candy on his arm while an eavesdrop,
Right.
while also keeping an eye on the people who are going to knock this dude over. So if I point and being like, look at those suspicious types over there, like maybe I can get him on my side.
All right. Let's do a sway roll. You're in a risk.
Okay.
You're in a risky position, I guess.
Okay, sway, and I think I get another die. Is there a way to add that manually, or?
It'll do it when you do the roll. I think it'll ask you for a bonus
It'll
die.
ask you like what type of roll
yeah,
you're doing,
okay, thank
and then
you.
bonus die.
Okay, in effect standard.
Ho ho ho! That is a partial success. On the upper end, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They graciously accept the gift of wine. Here, why don't you join me at the table? After all, do you know how to play this game?
No, I don't. Would you teach me?
Of course, I would be delighted to teach a new
And-
patron.
And also, I could also be just your good luck charm if you would like.
He kind of like shakes his head and smiles at one of the other patrons. I have many good luck charms. We'll have to see if you outpace them, my dear friend. Lion's Crown, was it?
If you like. I started off with Lioncore, but you can call me Kitty.
I like that, kitten. Anyway,
Excellent.
where's the consent sheet?
Pet names are on there. Pet names are on there.
All right. So this is a partial success. I'm gonna say that Jade Shell is not, put off by your advances. Maybe perhaps they see you as a potential friend instead of like somebody to like be that intimate and close with. So they're more than okay with you palling around with them.
Okay, I'll take it.
Just maybe no elbow hanky-panky.
Okay, I'm also fine with that. I wouldn't know what to do with the turtle anyway.
That's fair. All right, I will say,
That's
Ebenezer,
what turtle sounds like.
with your partial success, you have detected several forms of magic that are active throughout the Goldgate Den. There's plenty that is magic here. The rotating chandeliers, the constructs that were commissioned, the lights that are everywhere. There's also like an artificial form of heating that's like suffusing the entire den. But and there's music coming from nowhere probably. But you have found some suspicious ones on some of the patrons. Of note, one of them is hiding their appearance from people. They are using illusion magic. And they are spreading it to some of their allies as well. but it's unclear exactly who they're affecting. You just know that they are hiding some other folks. Your partial success is you didn't identify everybody, just like Sophia's is, but you have identified the magician in their group.
Okay, but okay, when I say identify the magician, like the magician himself is visible, right? Himself,
You think
or
so?
is... Oh, okay. So we have no idea if they're actually cloaked or not, but
You
we can detect.
detected illusion magic on them that is spreading to some other folks.
Okay.
You don't know exactly who.
Well, if it's spreading to, okay, you say it's spreading, not already like.
It's got ley lines that kind of fade away from the person. You can tell that they must be tethered to something, but not what. Your detection
Okay.
device is unable to find out what.
Yeah, I guess the question I was asking is like, is it like is it a stream or is it like multiple chains already linked type of deal?
It's chains that are linked to her. If she dropped concentration, it would probably go away.
Okay. So this is premeditated stuff. Okay, so that way no one can tell. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, that's good to know. I guess I'm just going to keep an eye on it. You know, like the I'm just gonna prep all the controls for the chandeliers type of thing. Kind of like Battleship, just make it drop whenever something goes terribly wrong.
All right. Tiny Tim. What are you
Yeah.
up to?
I was trying to cheat at cards using
Trying to
ghosts.
cheat at cards. So,
You just got in. You gotta get yourself kicked out.
all right. Well, maybe they'll make a scene.
I need more drug money.
So you head over to this Three Dragon ante table, and these folks are more than willing to let in a new guest that maybe they could cheat some money out of, though they are high rollers. So I'm gonna
I
have
got an
you.
extra coin to spare.
Sure. Let's have you ante a coin,
Okay.
and even though you're probably going to use magic to do this, it's probably going to take you distracting them or a movement of subtle hand. So we're going to call this either finesse or sway.
All right.
Whichever-
I'll just do for us.
Finesse?
They're the same.
Okay. And this is a controlled position, I guess. Maybe.
I'll take this stress.
Actually, we're going to call this risky. I think it's still risky to use magic to cheat at cards in enemy territory. All right.
Partial success.
Yeah, partial success. They haven't caught you with the cheating, but perhaps they are starting to get suspicious of your luck. A crowd has started to gather around you. You've started to become a sort of a
Novelty.
center of attention, a novelty. You're using magic, but not obviously to cheat, just to simply just to entertain those around you. Oh, I can make you
They
talk
say some
to
shit
the
like,
dead, but
"I'm
that's all I
here
really know
without
how
the
to
dead."
do.
Yeah.
But you
Did
have
you
gathered.
know so many people died in a fire here years ago?
Oh, everybody's like looking at each other. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Was the fire perhaps caused by level 20 adventurers and fighting artificers like next to the Senate?
There was also the time there were alien type creatures with tentacles burning down the buildings. This building's been made a few times.
Well, that is certainly interesting. Tell us more. Your name was Timothy?
Should I use an alias while I'm here? Probably.
You should definitely use an alias.
Yeah, probably. I'll be Gatsby the Ghost Whisperer.
Nice.
All right. Oh, Gatsby. I have a friend named Gatsby. That's insane. Well,
That's great.
That's great.
that's
It
great.
ended so well for him.
Yes, it sure did. Please tell us more stories that you hear from the whispers of these dead folks. It's so
So,
scary for the soul
I think
tide.
I'll pivot then, where I'm only getting by because people are distracted by the stories, but now it's too much attention to like cheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess now I'm just trying to see if I can swap stories with people now. So now I get some people's attention. I'll start asking about like who kind of is in charge around here.
Okay, we'll
who
call
faces that
this
type of thing.
we'll call this a new consort roll to see if you can gather information or perhaps schmooze with some allies. I will say that you win back your coin, by the way.
Okay, cool.
You didn't win more coin because that would have been a success, but you did win back your coin.
My position isn't completely compromised. All right, I'll consort. Yeah, I won't spend a stress because I have almost none left.
That's fair.
What type of position is this? Controlled now or still risky?
You're not trying to do anything bad anymore, so I would say it's fairly controlled. Like, what's the worst they're gonna do? Kill
Tell
you?
me to just tell more stories?
Yeah.
Nope. They just want to hear me put on a show.
Oh, forget about the people that live here. I want to hear about the people who truly lived here. Yes,
I
give
grimace
us
a little bit. And
give
look
us a
towards the burn
wondrous
victims.
tale for Soultide. Mechanical Butler, why don't you go gather some things for us? This takes a lot longer than expected, and it's gonna pump up the clock a little, I think, as your consequence.
I think I realized the trap I put myself in and get a little defeated looking as I'm just like interviewing the poor dead ghosts that live here.
All right, Sophia, you're still scoping out the scene, but you've noticed that some people are starting to make some movements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Dragonborn has gotten up and is starting to collect their winnings from the. Where do you collect your winnings in a gambling hall? What would you call
The
that?
cage.
The cage? Okay, sure. I
You
don't know.
take your winnings, you bring it to the cage, and then they give you money for the little chips you have.
All right. It looks like they're getting up to go gather their winnings. Some people are like behind them, congratulating them on their winnings and how courageous those risky bets were. Meanwhile, their like guard drake is kind of like snapping at their heels, and they're trying to like get people off of them. The mage that Ebenezer has pointed out is eyeing them closely and has gotten up to go to the dessert table.
That's near me.
It is near you.
So, I mean, it's probably out of place for someone in the security guard to ask questions, but I could just ask how their evening's going to see if they kind of spill any details or see if they're upset or angry at the Dragonborn.
You ask them how their night's going. I'm not going to have you roll. They just say, It's going fantastic, thank you. And then they walk past you. They grab like a random dessert off of the nude elf.
Yes!
A little cake with a tiny foreign fruit berry on top. And then they walk over to another character and they start talking to them. And then they walk away once more.
Okay, well, did they seem... I'm assuming they're probably hiding their intentions, or they don't really care about giving information, in a sense. Like, did they seem happy or not?
They seemed like they needed to... They seemed in a hurry.
Okay. Do we have comm beads?
If you want to put it in inventory, I did.
It'd be on the light side.
Yeah.
I'll use a comm bead, and just kind of like, secret agent man, just touch my ear and go and talk to people and be like, hey, keep an eye out for X, Y, and now Z.
While
The
I'm
elf
telling
that is
stories,
moving around.
I just put my hand in my head and like, all right there, ghosts, I understand.
Oh my god.
I understand, ghosts.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to do with this besides just kind of keep tabs on them, and if they try to make a move or something, maybe prevent, just like a security guard. If it looks like there's a fight about to happen, I'm gonna stop it.
Okay. May I ask, sort of like meta outside of what's happening right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are we trying to enable this heist? Are we trying to stop this heist? Like,
It's up to you guys.
Okay.
I think the general consensus that my understanding was that we were going to interrupt it to basically spin it off from there, because like we
Okay.
either become vigilantes that save the whatever the shenanigan from happening, or if they like still manage to get past us, restart them and then we rob them on their exit. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
it's
So,
still robbing them on
there's
their
a few
exit is the big
things.
thing.
There's a few things that still need to be figured out if you're looking for something to figure out before things get too dicey.
Yeah.
You found 2 members of their party, potentially a third that they just talked to. You know that they're being covered by illusion magic. You still don't know what they're going to do, who, like what their target is, basically, and you don't know how they're going to do it.
Oh, I have an idea, real quick, as a flashback.
Okay.
Tinkerer, I need some sort of item that we can either track, or it's timed so it's going to explode like an ink thing. So if these are illusions, or if there's shit going on, we can now see who is who in the end.
So you want an ink bomb?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay.
Even just like a simple pen kind of thing, and like, oh no, it exploded.
Okay, so you know what? On the bandolier of all chemicals, I have 3 things. So I'll give you one tick of you know what? Of regular ink. It's just gonna be some regular, like, boring ass ink.
Sure.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I have a pen. I need to write stuff, and then I need to make reports. Whoops.
Well,
Okay.
they all seem like important people, and maybe they're keeping track of their own tallies and tabs and stuff.
Well, you have a
So,
list, so you need to be able to check out and cross lists. So you have a pen. Bam.
cool. So using that pen, I want to kind of maybe accidentally bump into this person as they're like walking away, or they trip over something, and I go, "Oh, sorry, you dropped this. Here's this pen."
Okay. You're going to.
I know they're in a hurry, so the intention is they just want to get away, so they're going to take it. I'm hoping.
Sure. You're going to convince them that they had a pen and dropped it. So, we'll call this a. Let's see. So, this sounds like a perfectly innocent device to create. I don't think we need to roll. I think marking off load is fine.
Do you want me to mark off load like it was made from before and I was holding it?
Yeah, you'll hold it, I guess.
Okay, then yeah, that makes sense. Then I'll not take it.
Yeah. Okay. How about, now that I'm thinking about it, Ebenezer, why don't you do a tinker roll?
Okay. Just risky is good enough.
Yeah, it's fine. The position doesn't matter as much for flashbacks.
Okay.
Okay, partial success.
Okay, I was gonna say like I can't buy a ink.
No, you've created an ink bomb, but it is set on a timer. It is not a controlled detonation.
Okay.
So you set off the timer. What's the timer for?
I'll say like maybe like 2 hours. Like like hour and a half maybe, because
Well, Sophia's setting it off now. They're clicking
Well,
the button now and putting it on their
giving it.
person. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll be setting the timer basically, is what you're saying.
okay.
Yeah. So, and they were in a hurry.
I would say 30 minutes to 45.
Okay.
Hour max.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. So, less than an hour.
If one person moved, sure, we could probably make it longer. 2 people that we are assuming is in the same group just moved, so this is gonna happen real quick, real soon.
Let's have. Oh, also, this was a flashback that Ebenezer did. So I'm gonna have Ebenezer. Yeah, I'm gonna have you take one stress.
Oh, flashback requires stress.
It does.
Okay, I didn't know about that. Okay, that's fine.
Yep. It's sometimes 0, but usually 1. Sometimes 2 if it's like big. All right. So sway or finesse, Sophia? What do you want?
I am bad at both, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. If you want to
I
just
feel
slip
like
it on their person,
finesse-
then finesse.
Oh. Because I don't mind being clumsy. I think that's kind of the fun part about this, is just being clumsy.
Okay. Then you can sway.
Sway away!
Okay. That's a fail. So, let's tick up this clock.
I don't like it.
And the character says, "That's not mine," and they rush off.
Okay.
They just ignore your protest. You can say that you didn't start off the timer, though.
Okay. that's
Actually,
fair.
wait, this is a fail. You started the timer by accident. You clumsy idiot.
Okay.
Great.
So anyway, you got 45 minutes or so.
Guys, I have a bomb in my hand.
Oh,
An ink bomb.
They didn't take it. They didn't take it.
Just throw it in the trash.
Guys, I've made a little mistake. Reed, what are you up to? Hanging out with Jade Shell here.
Gonna continue to schmooze, but keeping an eye on these other guys. And I'm gonna point out, it's like, it's some colorful folks in on your holiday party, and points out the illusionist. And it's like, are they regulars?
I'm trying to mark them.
Yes.
Well, it brings out lots of people to the new Soul Tide event. After all, I've never seen you here before, have I? Why don't we do a...
Abort.
Why don't we do a consort this
Okay.
to be friendly? It's not like you're trying to...
You're
Risky.
flying too close to the sun.
I'll say it's risky because of the situation. Right, partial success. They do draw like a bit of an eye towards them and note, well, adventurers like to flaunt their money around, especially around the holidays. They sometimes come to the Gold Gate Den to spend their pretty pennies. We do have to make exception when they try to pay with a chalice or something of the like.
Reed chortles gleefully. That's ridiculous. Oh, I just hope that they don't cause any trouble. Adventurers tend to be magnets for that sort of thing.
I'll say they are. We have beefed up security, however, and he kind of like pulls at his own collar in sort of satisfaction. I'm confident that everything should be a-okay as far as things go. After all, we're going to be unveiling the Aurora Stone in a little bit, and that should be quite spectacular.
Exciting.
Say, dare I say, a magical diamond. One of the largest that's been pulled from the Underdark. I'm sure that many folks would like to get their hands on it. Perhaps
Reed,
I'll let you
you're-
get your hands on it.
Oh, I do have a fondness for batting around precious stones.
I'll bet you do, my new friend, Lion's Core.
I thought I told you to call me Kitty. We are friends, so friendly
Kitten
after all.
Kitten, I promise you I'll let you touch and stroke my Aurora Stone just as soon as we unveil it to the rest of the audience. Yeah.
I'm turning off my conveed.
Okay. So your
I'm so
partial
sorry, but
success.
thank you.
Your partial success is you may have found what they're after. Supposing that they know about this spectacular event.
Yeah, I think the last thing I'm going to do is Reed touches the earring that he has on, and says, "It's like the Aurora Stone sounds quite spectacular. I can't wait to see it later."
The rest of you get the message.
Ooh.
Tiny Tim, you're surrounded by adoring fans.
All right. I'm gonna just try and make an excuse to go to
Did you
the.
take a shit?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I'm just gonna be crass and just be like, "Oh, I think I ate too many of the dessert tables. Excuse me, folks. The bathroom awaits me. I'm gonna just try and kind of just escape the crowd if I can."
Yeah, that's fine. You escape the crowd. They go, "Oh, well, we'll wait for you to return."
Oh no. As I'm on my way, I'm just debating if there's anything I can do to really help too much. Now that we know what it is. I might do some prowling. You know what? That's what I'll try and do. I'll head to the bathroom, but see if there's anywhere I can prowl.
Okay. Prowl is usually for like sneaking, stealthing, or traversing difficult terrain. So maybe you're trying to find a back room.
Sneaking around, like, see if there's as I'm headed to the bathroom, if there's any sort of area I could kind of like explore that I'm not supposed to be in.
Of course.
I could always say I'm lost looking for the bathroom.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Let's have you do a prowl roll.
All right. This is controlled or risky.
Risky, if you're gonna go where you're not supposed to.
Yeah. I'll just have my excuse. Bonk.
I believe that's
Immediately
a
turn into a security
critical
guard.
fail.
This is bad.
You are immediately discovered as your ostentatious fortune teller outfit has betrayed you, and you are turned back by some elven guards. They look at you and say, no, buddy, you're not supposed to be back here. Yeah, you can't be back in this area. You need to be in the holiday feast with everybody else. Okay?
I'm so sorry. Where's the bathroom?
Uh-huh, yeah. Turn around. Get out there.
Okay.
So let's take up the clock, I think.
Great.
It's go time.
Yep, I couldn't find out nothing.
Alright. Jack, the Jade Shell Camaro, is going to head with Reed nearby in the adjoining like crowd, not necessarily on his arm. Everyone, you're all here to see the greatest magical gem to ever grace the white gates of Allure. Behold its twinkling, beautiful splendor. And they're gonna go into the center of everything. Meanwhile, the Dragonborn, the Illusionist, have all sort of taken positions. I'm going to do a fortune roll, I think. This is just a naked-ass roll. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Interesting. Ebenezer. You notice someone moving through the crowd. And I'm gonna say that Tiny Tim, on your way back from that restricted area, you felt someone bump into you. Ebenezer, you saw this thing moving through the crowd, completely invisible, and then it just bumped into Tiny Tim and passed him to go into that restricted area.
All right.
Okay.
Let the combi know.
Yeah, I guess I was like, well, you bumped into an invisible thing. I already noticed that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you can't make it there, can you?
Nope, they saw me trying to get in there.
All right. Is there like a? I mean, if I have roof access, I assume like there's other areas I can go to, so I can try to see if I can go from the top and
Okay.
fall from the top.
We'll call this a prowl roll.
Oh boy, not so good at that.
Yep.
Risky, I assume, or is it?
I'd say this is definitely risky.
Standard. Okay. Can't do stress, so this is gonna suck.
That's a 6. You do it. So you find a path through the beams and the wooden catwalks up over the chandeliers. Nobody's seen you, and you kind of push your way through this wall that was there, but there is like a ventilation area that you're able to climb through cautiously. You look through past where the guards were that Tim couldn't get past, and you see that there is a luxurious carpeted chamber with fancy furniture. It looks almost like a study. However, the invisible creature in there has taken off their disguise, turned off their illusion. They are a small tiefling child, and they start looking around. They make sure that there's no guards in this room with them. You are like, there's not really as much of a scaffolding in this area, but you are on the other side of like a ventilation shaft and observing. They look around and they are kind of like holding a wand out and watching as a little bead of light on the end of it changes color. As soon as it changes to green, they move forward and then they throw some dust over this painting and it fades away, revealing that there is a safe behind it. They immediately get to work. As this is happening, Jade Shell Camaro reveals this impressive glass covered plinth with velvet on it that he tears away, and you see a massive chunk of ice, this diamond. It is being shown out with magical light. It is spreading ribbons of rainbows throughout the chamber, and then the audience is like captivated in awe when suddenly the chandelier's lights go out. And the red lights of the eyes of the automatons spring to life, and you hear screams as these constructs come to animated life as you've seen before, and they begin herding the guests into a corral. Also, let's maybe say that the music has stopped, because that music has been looping for some time now.
Now we have Star Wars alarms going off. Wow. Wow.
The Red Dragonborn stands up on a chair. His guard Drake is like hissing with poison gas leaking out from its mouth. Now everybody here, everybody just calm down for a second and follow your orders to the letter and you will not be harmed. Just need you to take your valuables and your precious possessions, your chips, put them into the nearest automaton's containment unit. And then you see some of the automatons like open up a space in their torso.
Another place to put the pen.
Another figure steps forward, one that the illusionist was talking to. That's right, everybody. Listen to the automatons, and nobody will get hurt. She's holding like this sort of amulet aloft. It's glowing the same color as the automaton's eyes. Meanwhile, one other figure reveals themselves. There's a dwarf. They were one of the bards that was playing music. They've stepped down from the stage as the other bards kind of disappear, fellow illusions. And he's also kind of supporting his leader, the Red Dragonborn. All right, everybody. Let's just calm down, okay? We're not gonna hurt you. This is the Drake Talons. We are an honorable bunch. We just want your money, is all. And of course, this beauty's hunk of ice that he has there on that little stool. I'll need you to disarm anything that's in it, and I might also request... And he kind of like puts his hand onto his ear. Yeah, we're gonna need the combination to that safe too. It's proving a little difficult for our friend. Smile, how's it going in there? I'm trying. Look, it's a more difficult lock than I thought, okay? Everybody calm down, and this will be a smooth sailing heist. Alright, Reed, you're sort of near Jade Shell. Sophia, you're in a position to do something, but one of the automatons has gotten itself into an attack position towards you. Because obviously you're security. It needs to deal with you. Tiny Tim, you are probably near where Smile is. Even though you're not in the air, we'll put you over here. Who wants the initiative?
Smile. I'm gonna summon a ghost to fuck with Smile.
All right, that sounds good. This is definitely going to be an 2
let's
roll.
bully children.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know about the other guys. I'm going to bully this child.
I'm gonna bully this child. Traumatize him like I was traumatized. You can see dead people too now, child.
Oh, child.
I'll use
you
special
are going to
ability
find
compel.
one of these ghosts of Sultad's past.
So how does compel? How do using special abilities work?
What does it say?
You can attune to the ghost field, force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command you give it. You are not supernaturally terrified by the ghost you summon or compel. I meant mechanically. Like, does it cost stress or anything?
If it says push yourself, then you need to spend 2 stress.
Okay, it doesn't say that.
Okay. Let me just look at what it says, just to make sure there aren't any other secret, like, words or anything. You can attune to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command. You're not supernaturally terrified, although your allies might be. Okay, good to know.
As
So
I
you
said,
just need
I
to do
tend
an
to
attune
summon
roll.
Tortured ghosts. Okay, so I'll attune. And risky, this is probably risky, you guessing? Because it's under pressure?
Oh yeah. Everything is risky unless I say it's desperate or controlled.
Okay.
6.
Success.
Yeah, you do it. You summon a ghost that died in the fire that was caused by a bunch of upstart adventurers from Edelon Groves. It's a normal-ass Eloran patron, but they are still aflame from when they died, their robes flickering in the ghostly veil. They approach Smile, who isn't fully aware that it's there for a second. Child, help me. Help me. You have to get out of here. There's fire everywhere. And then he looks up. Oh gods. The hell is that thing? Guys, there's a freaking ghost in this room. Just stay calm. I'm gonna go do something.
I'll go
Villowin,
hide.
we
Like
need you
to
to
hide.
dispel something. And Villowin's gonna head towards Smile, is what you have caused. Also, Smile is cornered and terrified and has stopped working on the vault.
Yeah, I'd like to go hide.
Okay.
Don't want to get in a fight with Villowin. They look tough.
Sure. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not like overlooking this. You're outside of this area, but you did send a ghost to go do this. So you see Villowin kind of coming towards you.
Yeah.
Wizard fight.
Wizard fight.
I'm a cleric.
All right, who wants the initiative now? I think Sophia kind of needs it because they are about to be in
You're
forced
being
combat.
menaced.
I mean, but the whole point is we want them to take the shit so we can take their shit, right?
Yeah, but you're a
Or
bodyguard.
Job security.
You're a
I would get
bodyguard.
favor with Turtle.
You're a bodyguard. Would you like to give up?
No, I'm gonna be a bodyguard.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think, like, if it would be more pertinent, like, what would be the rules, right? Am I actually supposed to protect the people, or am I supposed to protect the thing that's in the other room?
Well,
If I could
as
get
you
rid of
know,
it.
bodyguards are
Bodies.
guard bodies. However, police guard things, so it's up to you, really. If you're a member of the Goldgate Den, you're probably more there to protect the money and the interests of the Goldgate Den. If you're there as Reed's bodyguard, you're there to protect your ward.
I mean, but that's the way to get in, so we can get the shit.
Yeah, so
Guard
it's
the shit.
I don't care about Reed.
Uh,
I'll role playing.
Reed's fine. Reed's got a turtle shell like right next to him. He's good. Dude, I don't know what to do, but I just don't want to fight them. I just want them to get the shit so we steal the shit from them.
well. I'm gonna.
Okay, then you can just pass the initiative.
You can
Yeah,
pass the
pass.
initiative.
I'll go
sure.
last.
Okay, okay.
The construct is walking towards you.
Well,
We'll see if it ignores you later.
if
Reed.
it walks toward me, I do want to put the pen inside of it so it does the whole inky bleed and we can figure out where it is, but...
Oh, you could always just throw it in
you
an
can tell where
automaton.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reed, for now. You are closest to the action, at least. What would you like
I
to do?
don't like that.
Krakavaxi has introduced themselves and is sort of leading the whole operation. They turn towards Jade Shell and they say, yeah, we're gonna need that combination. And any traps on this fucking thing, we know there's traps on it. We need you to get rid of them, or you're gonna be in a whole world of hurt. I don't know. What do you think, Briscola? Do the shells of turtles come off? Are they supposed to? Jade Shell's like kind of grimacing.
Oh God. Shit.
You gonna step up and be a hero? You gonna try and
I-
defuse the situation? Step
Are
in
you
and take his
alive or a
place?
kitten? If no one's doing that, I could try to do something as well.
It's
If you have an
I'm just-
idea.
uh,
The initiative
I
is
have-
really
I have a
about
cou-
who
I have a
grabs
couple
it.
of ideas, but I don't know
wanna
exactly
wait and see what happens?
to do. Yeah, it's so. My idea is I can try and ingratiate myself to these guys, or no,
This-
there's no way I'm going to be able to push someone onto the diamonds so they accidentally like start one of the traps. Can I do that?
You could try. You could say you panicked.
Yeah. I'm
Or
gonna
you could
panic.
try and shove one of
Oh.
the Drake talons onto it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I'm not going after Jade Shell. I'm gonna try and go after one of the Drake Talons.
Okay.
And
There's 3 of them near you, including the little Dragonborn Scorn, Dragon Drake, whatever,
Mhm.
and Briscola and Hrakavaxi. Which one do you want to try and push?
Praxavaxi, because dwarves tend to be fairly low to the ground, and I'm assuming that this Aurora thing is on a pedestal.
Sure.
So
The horns make him top heavy. So,
yeah.
regardless of how accidental this is going to be, this is going to end up being a skirmish for you,
Yep.
I think.
Yep, I assume so. Okay.
Fight.
Right. Roll it up. Enough round.
Okay. Risky.
We'll call this desperate. I don't think you get a second chance at this.
Standard.
I think
Okay.
that this would have a great effect, actually. This is a desperate great.
Okay. And no bonus die.
Nope, but you could push yourself if you have enough stress.
I do not.
I do
Really?
not.
I do not. I am. There's okay.
Go for it. Hey, that's bad. So, you go to shove Hrakavaxi into the plinth with the what did I freaking call it? The Aurora
Aurora.
stone on it, and they do not move. They look back at you, and then they kind of look down because you are much shorter than them. Well. Looks like we got a hero, don't we, Scorn? Scorn snarls as green gas exhales from the sides of their jaw. Maybe we need to make an
Wanted
example.
a rich husband. Don't fuck this up for me.
I think you'll find one once I'm through with you. And they're gonna draw a greatsword.
Oh.
It lights up with fire. This is, as the kids say, bad.
Yep.
I think we know what we're doing now, regardless of what we want to do.
Okay.
Saving
I think
my ass?
we've chosen a side.
Okay.
Okay, so can I do something now?
Well, this is a fail. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna have this be. You're gonna try and resist moderate harm, Reed.
Okay.
I assume you would like to resist it, although resisting will cause stress.
So boned either way.
So if you take stress and you get knocked out, this will cause trauma, and you'll be out of the heist.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Oh,
if you resist it, you will not take the harm, or sorry, you will reduce the harm by 1 level, making it level 1 harm.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, so you're going to roll. Hold on. Okay, so you're gonna take 6 stress minus your resistance roll. Your resistance
Okay.
roll is your best, or the stat that's related to what you're trying to do. So I think it's gonna be, damn, I don't have it in front of me. Hold on. This is probably going to be resolve.
Okay.
And you get an extra bonus die because you guys are forged in fire. That's your crew ability. You get +1 to resistance rolls.
Right.
Okay. So bonus die, submit.
Okay, that's a 6. You take no stress.
Oh.
And you reduce the harm by 1. So you roll with the blow. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that you are battered. You have a lesser harm, battered.
Okay, hold on. Lesser harm, so I'm just gonna type in battered.
Yep. Then you can heal that during downtime by doing the like healing action.
Yeah.
So while you have lesser harm, you have -1 to your effect level.
Okay.
Which is the great and standard and limited effect. So you'll
Okay.
probably have mostly limited effect.
Got it.
Okay.
I have one more thing I could potentially do.
Well, let's move on to Ebenezer. You just saw
Please.
Well, I know you were near where Smile was, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of a big question. Like, what is my actual awareness, like in terms?
I
of,
think because you prowled away from this situation, you are more in the line of near Smile. Tiny Tim is on the cusp where they can see the room where Smile is in, but they have a view of Reed. Sophia definitely has a view of Reed. They just have a construct that's approaching them.
Okay, so okay, the illusionist is heading over.
Yes.
But not actually in.
Yeah, they're not actually in. They've just been told to go dispel that ghost.
Okay. Okay, so, in that case, I think... Oh shit. I guess the question is, do I go back to resolve the situation in the room or deal with this here?
Do we want to move to Sophia first?
Yeah, let's go with Sophia first because they
Sophia.
have
Yeah.
Reed has just been basically they dodge rolled out of the way of a flaming sword, and they got battered on like a table leg.
Yeah. Time to
Crack
go
of
in and,
Axie
and
is
save them.
coming close, and Scorn is like snarling towards Reed.
So how do I get away from the construct that's coming toward me? Are they just coming toward me to get gold or money, and that's it, and they'll walk away?
They've identified you as a threat. They were going to take you out unless you submitted to them, but it sounds like you're not going to. So I'm going to need a skirmish.
Yeah, not gonna. Definitely not. I would like to get over to Reed as quickly as possible.
All right. I would also allow a wreck if you're trying to just disable this device.
Skirmish is probably better for me, and
Okay.
also it is kind of a fight.
Sure. Bit weird when it comes with constructs, so I figured I'd just offer it. We'll call it risky standard, and that's a partial success. All right. We'll say that you've destroyed this construct. You smash the Nutcracker's face in. However, one of the ballerina constructs has taken notice and has started moving towards you. But you are able to get in close range of Krakovax and Reed.
Okay.
But you've invited some more trouble.
It's fine. I can just not be trifled with.
All right. Tim. No, Ebenezer, you haven't gone yet.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this. Since I'm on the scaffolding near the entrance and such, I think I'm gonna deploy basically explosives, the kind of like shaped explosives, like claymore mines, at the door frame, so it can be detonated.
Okay, so you're blowing up the door frame to this room?
Not yet. I want the illusionist to enter because they're gonna come into dispel, and hopefully the kid solves the safe issue as well. When they're leaving back, that's when I want to blow them up.
Okay, so you want them to open the safe and then blow it up?
Yeah, blow them up as they're leaving, so we can swipe it on the return.
Okay. You set up a bomb here.
Yep, bomb near the entrance. Yeah, and just wait until they're ready to leave to detonate.
Honestly, this would probably be even better, like as a flashback when the time comes, because that's probably
Okay.
when I'm gonna have you roll to see how good it was.
Okay, you know what? In that case, I'll just say this. Since I basically have an idea of what's going on, and I figure everyone can just handle it, I'm going to do like a kind of like an emergency release on all the chandeliers, and because it's on a circular thing with like a dance platform, I assume it spins. So release, max speed spin, and just set it at that.
Okay. There's a lot of chandeliers. Which one, or all of them?
All and just full speed.
Okay.
Anyone taller than 5 feet, they're gonna get smacked. So duck.
So you're opting to harm as many people in this building as possible.
That sounds like an alchemist. Artificer,
Okay.
I mean.
Yeah.
I just want to say this will probably bring out a lot of heat, because there's going to be casualties up the butt.
That's why we're savvy.
If you're savvy,
We're not really good.
I think you should probably just do it on one, but that's me. I will
Well,
ask
I
you
don't have
again,
a
are you
clear- I
sure?
don't have a clear view, so because I'm in the other room.
You can just say you go to the other room.
All right, for flashback reasons, because of that.
Sure.
It's not very good. It's not a good plan, but sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, we aren't doing turns, by the way, so we can just say, like, oh, while you were in there, you set up a bomb, and then you can just say click.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to just actually drop it on the woman.
The
trickster
illusionist? Sure.
No,
You're-
the trickster cleric.
Her. Okay. You rush across the scaffolding, and you go to try and destroy this thing. I'm gonna call this a prowl because you're trying to traverse difficult terrain, and because releasing the chandelier is child's play. You don't need to roll for that. So
Okay.
we'll call this a prowl roll to get there in time and to make sure you get to the right area, undetected by her.
So risky is good enough? Or...
Yeah, that's risky. No, desperate.
Standard effect.
Yep.
Okay, no bonus side because I can't afford it.
Oh, you do it. You're good at prowling, hon. Let's see. So, by the way, mark off an XP for that.
Okay.
You head up to Quinn and release a chandelier. It falls down and shatters on the cleric and their healer. You've taken them out. They're disabled.
Yay!
Good job.
Yay. Which one was the one that has the button for the constructs?
That was her. Her hand falls
Sweet.
limp and the amulet tumbles out of it. The constructs are now following their last known command.
Kill everyone.
Tiny Tim is gonna try and use a ghost hand to go and grab that amulet.
All right. But first of all, the illusionist is rushing past you.
Yep.
I'm gonna say they recognize that you are doing some sort of spell, and they suddenly look at you, and they kind of like close their eyes. It's coming from you, isn't it? The stench of necromancy. Very well. I can dispel this without a higher level spell, at least. And Tim, you are sent into a shadowy hedge maze covered with snow. You feel completely cold, and there is some sort of monster chasing you. You are no longer in the Gold Gate Den, and are terrified by this. I'm going to need you to resist this harm that's coming to you.
I'm thrown into an illusion.
Yep.
Alright, what's the resist? What do I roll for that?
So you're going to need to roll, we'll call this an insight.
Insight. Okay.
Yep.
And what do I add for the thing you got for the...
Plus 1 dice.
Okay.
right, you take 1 stress.
I'm almost out.
You manage to discover that this is some sort of illusion, and instead of taking the psychic harm of this, you manage to maintain your concentration, commanding that ghost. Your eyes close, and you can kind of sense what's really going on around you using your spider senses and your sort of innate aura detection. You detect the souls of those around you with your inner eye. So, you can now act. I was just razzing you a little bit with some harm.
Yep. I'm gonna be fine, take care of it. I'm just gonna run away towards where I saw the chandelier fall.
Okay. You say, fine,
just
take care of
avoid-
it, and then run away from her.
Yep.
I'm gonna say since
Not
this
my
is...
ghost.
Okay, so you're releasing the ghost?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. She's gonna regard you with suspicion, I think.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna make a fortune roll. I don't know if she would chase you or not, or if she would go see if Smile is okay. So,
She is after that safe.
okay. I think that this is a sort of partial success. She narrows her eyes, and then she goes to check on Smile. Tiny Tim, you make it to the other side of the room.
I want that dang amulet.
Alright, you rush towards the amulet. We're going to say that a construct has gotten in your way, as you seem to be a threat now. And it's trying to protect the amulet holder, who's still Quinn, even though she's down. So, I'm going to say that there's a construct between you and them. How would you like to take care of it?
I want to use magic to get the amulet without having to get over there.
Okay,
Mage hand.
we'll say
Pretty
that
much.
it's a mage hand.
So I can issue new commands.
Yeah, we'll say that you will do an attune.
Alright. What type of roll is it?
Attune. Oh,
no, I
risky
mean position.
standard.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you for Attune being good.
partial success.
Partial success.
I'm gonna say that as you're trying to avoid this this nutcracker construct that's moving towards you, it tries to swipe with like a tall glaive of some sort. You're going to get affected by some lesser harm. We're going to say that you are at risk of getting some scrapes and bruises. Would you like to resist?
Is there any bad thing that happens if I don't resist?
Well, last time you took 1 stress.
Oh, and if I take full amount trauma, which knocks me out?
Yes.
And what happens if I take scrapes and bruises?
Then you just have a level 1 harm. That means that your effect is reduced.
So what does less effect mean? Means I don't quite grab the amulet?
Whenever we say standard effect, you will instead have limited effect.
Okay. I'll take the scrapes and bruises because I'd rather be up than risk going down.
Okay, you have level 1 harm, scrapes and bruises. You tumble away from the thing's glaive, and you have to kind of overexert yourself, and you collide with some of the broken chandelier that's now scattered all over the ground. Right.
I got the amulet.
But you have the amulet. Since you kind of have this right now, I think I'll allow you to do something with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the constructs to go after, to go protect Reed and Jack.
Right.
Jade Shell.
They do. I'm gonna say that they're gonna turn away from their patrons, and now all of you guys have basically +1 die whenever you do any sort of skirmish roll or anything.
Nice.
To, a limited sort of... Like, a tuning, they're not going to help with a tuning, but they might help with wrecking or something like that. But we'll mostly use it for skirmish. Alright, Reed, you are on the ground at Hrakavaxi's and Scorn's potential demise here. Sophia has gotten their way through, and the ballerina that was approaching you suddenly stops and turns towards the Drake Talon gang. It looks like they're now on your side.
Okay.
Does she notice the constructs?
I would definitely like to get away from this thingy. So if there is a way that.
Well, it's been a while since Sophia did anything. Maybe Sophia can
Yeah.
help. Since
Yeah,
they
I
have
can-
+1 die to
Because my only-
skirmish.
my only other option is to throw my wine in his eyes and run.
Oh no, I'll crack my knuckles and immediately make room for Reed to pass by. Like a gentleman, just, hand out stretch, being like, here you go. So, I need to get rid of the Dragonborn.
I would do that, yeah.
Skirmish. Am I just taking on one person, or do I need to make more room? Because if not, I'll use an ability.
Well, Briscoe is there as well, and so is their guard drake Scorn.
Alrighty then.
But Rakabaxi is the one who's beating me up.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Sophia has an ability, I'm familiar with it, that lets her, affect up to 3 goons at a time.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it just says like a small gang of equally footing in close combat.
A small
so-
gang on equal footing. I would consider this a small gang of 3 people on equal footing.
Cool.
So instead
yeah,
of
so-
taking out one guy with 1 roll, you will take out 3 guys if you succeed with your 1 roll.
And that doesn't bring on stress, right? By using this one, or no?
Does it say you need to push yourself? Because I think it does.
It does. So
Then you
that's
need
one
to
stress?
take 2 stress to push yourself. It's the same
Fuck.
thing that you would do when you say I push myself to add a die, except you're pushing yourself to use your ability.
Then I can't because I'll get knocked out. So I'll just take him on.
Okay.
We'll do it one at a time. Hopefully that's how. Hopefully they treat me fairly.
All right. You have +1 die due to the constructs helping you.
Yes.
Okay, partial success. You attack Krakavaxi, and they get battered. What are you using? You said you crack your knuckles?
Yeah, so I have 1 space left for an item, so let's pull out some brass knuckles.
Right. You pull out some brass knuckles that you had hidden on your person, and you crack this guy upside the cheek, and yell at them to stop fucking with Reed. They kind of get up and brush off their bruise. A strong one. I like that. Maybe you can meet a challenge of a level 12 fighter cavalier. Everybody's looking at each other like, what are you talking about? And then he
Oh, God.
rushes at you with his great sword.
I'll be like, sorry,
Wrong
buddy,
system,
I'm playing.
bro.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, bro, wrong system.
All right, Reed, Krakavaxi's attention is away from you, but Scorn is still growling at you.
Boot the snoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna boot the snoot and throw my wine in his face and hopefully make him sneeze. And
Okay.
blind him.
Ooh, what would we call this type of roll? I guess it's kind of like you're commanding it to go away, like an animal.
Yep. Yeah.
Call it-
Back.
Call
Down,
it
boy.
command.
Okay. Am I desperate still?
No, I say this is still risky, but it's limited effect due to your injury.
Okay.
Right. That's a partial success. You splash the wine in Scorn's eyes, and they're blinded. They're still going after you, but now they're going to have a hard time seeing. I think you've increased your position against them. You're now in a controlled position against Scorn.
Okay.
But you didn't get rid of them. That's the downside.
That is okay.
All right. Let's see. Ebenezer. We'll say that Villawin and Smile are now in the same room together. Do you want to press click, or are you still waiting for them to get the vault open?
I'm still waiting for the vault to get open. So in the meantime, until they do, why don't I just drop? Well, I'm on my way to the vault room back again. Why don't I just drop another one on the dwarf? The dwarf hasn't done anything, so
Sure.
no need for him to start.
Yeah, he was gonna do stuff depending on certain rolls, but yeah, drop a
Another
chandelier on
prowl,
him.
right?
Yeah, let's. So, is this prowl? I guess it's still prowl.
Because I'm just still like sneaking around doing this shit.
Yeah, well, let's try a different roll. Let's say that the chandeliers have initiated some sort of safety mechanism since one of them broke. And now it's going to be a little more difficult to get this one to fall down, even though you got over pretty silently.
Okay. I have an idea. You know, I previously mentioned like dropping all of them and then like spinning around. Since one is dropped, why don't I just spin that around, try to smack them?
I'm going to say you can't command it on the ground.
Okay.
It has fallen down.
Okay, it is dropped. It's not lowered. It's dropped. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to say this is probably a wreck roll.
Okay, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wreck. What position?
We'll call this risky.
Okay, risky.
If you fail to wreck it, then, well, it
Effect is standard, right?
yes.
And
Actually, great. Let's say this is a great effect if it succeeds.
Okay, hold on. Risky. Great. Does it have additional die because of the robots, or is it just an independent thing?
Nope.
No bonus. Okay.
Robots are not helping you. 3, that is a fail. Okay, you start bashing away at the thing, and you're unable to break free of the safety mechanism, and Briscola, like, looks up as he hears the noise. Oh, we have some company. I'll take care of this. He starts whistling up at you. I'm not gonna full whistle into a microphone. But he starts whistling at you, and his bardic music starts to fill your ears. I'm gonna need you to resist some harm as well. This is going to be we'll call this level 1 harm confused.
Okay, so how do I do this exactly? How do I, like...
So you're gonna roll insight to try to resist.
Insight. Where the fuck is insight? Where is it on the sheet?
The name. Like, click the word insight.
Oh, okay.
It's the top part of the categories.
Okay. Click the insight, no bonus die, and just roll.
You get a bonus die. Because your crew gives you a bonus die.
Okay.
You're forged in fire. 6. Okay, you take 0 stress, and you resist Briscola's wiles. You shake it off and maybe, like, clamp some earmuffs on your head or something, so you don't listen to this magical bard music.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, like, squints and grimaces. Guess I gotta take care of something. And he's gonna rush off to the vault. Alright.
More people at the vault. Excellent!
Alright, who wants the initiative?
Would you let me cast Cure Wounds on myself to get rid of my minor harm since it's minor?
No.
Okay. It was worth a shot.
No, that's gonna need a cleric to help you. You are not a cleric.
Okay. I mean, the robots are already helping Reed and Sophia out, essentially, right? I guess I should just go hide.
I mean, you could go hide. You could also just join the skirmish or use magic to attack them.
Yeah,
like chill
but
touch or something.
I can't even do if I get into combat, it's going to be bad because I'm harmed.
Well, if you
Yeah, I'm
can
gonna
think
go
of
hide.
something that has a great effect, it will instead have standard effect.
Mm-hmm. There's no chandeliers above them that could fall, right? Because those have already been utilized.
There's none that are above Hrakavaxi, we'll say. The one above Briscola is stuck, and all of them have like safety mechanisms enabled. It's gonna be hard to drop one of those. There's an ice rink. There's
I'm
dessert
gonna be a
bar.
narc. I'm gonna tell one of the constructs to go and get help. So tell it to just leave,
Okay.
so we can set a timer on them instead.
Interesting. I'll say that you just start a clock. I'm not even gonna roll for that, but let's just start a clock for Leaf Crown arrives.
I like quickly write a note down. I just like tear out a pamphlet from like one of my books or something, put it inside the contract, be like, deliver this to a Leaf Crown. Go.
All right. I'm gonna say that now that they have started working on the vault, let's do a fortune roll. We're gonna roll 3 dice and see how good of a roll they get. Okay, they got a 6, which means that they're going to accelerate it by 3 spaces. Okay.
I do not have the stamina to fight these guys.
So, now that there's 3 of them working on the vault, they have made enormous progress. Perhaps the mage found a way to disenchant something protecting the lock, and then Smile has finally gotten their lockpicking in order. And Briscola is, of course, using Inspire Courage to inspire them with inspiration. All right. Who's next? Who wants it? Who's got something to do?
I guess I can do it. I'm gonna call over to, I guess, Jade Shell. I'd say. It looks like they're making progress on the vault. I'll distract these ones, my love.
Oh,
and
of course, kitten.
I'm gonna try and command Scorn. To go after the diamond.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it would be kind of cool if we made friends and got something shiny out of this.
Well, you did splash wine in their eyes. They are still going after you. They are just blind. I will say this still has
Never mind.
limited effect, though it is a
Okay.
desperate roll if you'd like to get some XP.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, desperate command with limited effect. A 6. You do it. You command Scorn, and hey, get out of here! Why aren't you going after that diamond? Doesn't your boss want you to go after that diamond? You of course say it more elegantly, but
Yeah.
Scorn kind of like with they're a bit smarter than like a dog. They do have like a mind more like a dragon, so they kind of understand what you're getting at, and they like squint through their wine-covered eyes and look towards the Aurora Stone, and they leap at the plinth.
Yes.
The plinth.
I'm hoping that the traps will take them out.
The plinth tips over, and it immediately unleashes this gas that spreads throughout the nearby range. This is going to affect probably Sophia, probably Reed, definitely Scorn, and definitely Krakavaxi. And Jack too, but like, who cares? He's not helping.
But Jack started running away.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you told him to. You warned him, so
Yeah.
he's running away. Okay. Since you did it, I'm gonna say that you have avoided this harm. You managed to get out of the way in time. Sophia and Rakavaxi, Sophia, you're gonna need to resist. We'll call this level 2 harm. And this harm is going to be petrification.
Whoa!
It's kind of a solid
I'm
security
sorry.
measure.
It is pretty solid. Soon
Nice.
you will be. This is gonna be
No.
resolve.
Wait, we're all rolling resolve?
No, just you.
Oh.
Because we got away with it.
It's around the plinth that Rakavaxi is near,
Everybody's
that
been
you are
having
near.
to take some damage. It's your turn.
Right, so and I get a bonus die because of our thing.
Yes.
Yes. And if you resist it, it will reduce.
Okay.
Okay, you take 1 stress, because it's 6 minus the result, so 5.
Yeah, we're all hanging on.
And instead, you're gonna have level 1. We'll call this. Yeah, your arm has gotten partially petrified, so we'll say partial petrified. Or, okay. Petrified left hand.
Okay. Can I use it as a weapon?
Yeah, I was about to say that seems like okay, sure.
Well, those
Yeah.
brass knuckles aren't going anywhere for a while.
Yes.
They're downgraded to rock knuckles instead of brass ones.
Right.
You have a spell that usually makes your fist stone.
uh,
I love it.
we'll say that this had standard effect, so I'm gonna say Scorn is knocked out there, petrified. Prakavaxi had already taken a bit of harm from Sophia, but it was partial, so this is going to actually do them in. As the gas starts filtering out, they scream, "No, no, the trap! The trap!" And they are frozen, petrified in place as well. Thanks to Sophia's meddling, she kind of kicks him back into the gas as he's coughing and choking on it. He's now like knees on the ground in one hand, outstretched, trying to beg for help. His sword that was flaming turns off.
Eh.
All right, Ebenezer. I think it might be time to let them do a thing.
Okay, since everyone's gathered near the vault, it's big bomb time. The biggest one I can manage.
Excellent.
All right. Smiles like, yes, thank you, Briskla. I am the best thief alive. I think we finally got in. The vault opens. Are you gonna? So you're waiting for them to move out with the money?
No, because the dwarf is on my case. So at this point, just I'm gonna do the mad stand thing. Blow it all up.
All right. Briskla is like watching the rafters, looking for you, and he sees you. Hey, there's that guy again. And Villowin like gets
Blow
ready.
it all up.
Briskla gets ready with their spells. Smile like pulls out a sling and starts whipping it around. And then you yell, "Blow it all up," and then it blows all up. Of course, this is a flashback, so you flash back to you setting some mines near the doorway and on the metal beams, or wooden beams above everything, and they all go off. Let's do Tinker Roll. Actually, no. Let's do Wreck.
Yay!
Have you done a desperate
Gonna
roll
wreck it.
this round? This game?
No.
For the wreck, I believe so. Yes, because the I did it for the prowl because of the trickster cleric.
That's
why I
fine.
picked- yeah.
Either way, you can do a desperate roll too. Mark off the XP.
Desperate.
There is no redo, as it were.
Mm-hmm. I can't do this double stress for additional die because I'll knock myself out. Maybe I'll knock myself into explosion.
We'll see.
Okay, standard effect, right?
I think it's great effect.
Okay. No bonus die because the robots aren't involved. Okay. Oh, but I would like to say this. Even though I'm blowing it all up, I have the special ability Saboteur. When you wreck, the work is much quieter than it is, and the damage is hidden from catch inspection. So-
Okay.
Shh.
OSHA compliant.
Oh,
Oh no! Too OSHA compliant.
blow it all up! Blow it all up! You yell. And they all like brace themselves. They're like looking around. And then nothing happens. You
Blast!
you keep clicking the button. Where's the kaboom?
There's supposed to be an earth.
They all look at each other, and then they blast you with a cadre of spells and slingshots as you duck
Oh,
behind the
shit.
rafters. I'm gonna need you to resist some harm here as well.
Okay, it's gonna be prowess or
We'll call it prowess as you're trying to like escape from this area. We'll say that you're running away and panicked.
okay.
All right, you only take one stress.
Okay.
And you run along the rafters, dipping, ducking, and dodging. You perhaps like duck and fall out of the rafters onto the ground.
Okay, I'm on the ground level now.
Less harmful, but you're on the ground level and you're completely panicked. your allies are like, well, everything seems to be secured in here, and Ebenezer just falls out of the rafters. They're like covered in like bits of like arcane magic dripping off their body. They're like shaking their head as like they're getting the enchantments from Briscola out of their ears, and they're brushing rocks from the sling out of their coat. All right, you guys are here. They are there. They have broken out of the vault. They are gathering their goods and making for their exit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say on the combeat. A bot's supposed to be alerting the authorities, so maybe if we hold them off for long enough, we'll get reinforcement. I'm gonna start rifling through Quinn's shit, because Quinn's right over there.
I did a fortune roll. It's only going to progress by 1.
So it's
Right
gonna
now.
be a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if Quinn has anything neat on her person.
I mean, they had an amulet that controls things.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like there are magic items to find. Like,
You can't just loot the body.
yeah, there aren't really any special items that you like add to your inventory necessarily.
All right, was worth a shot. Anyone else
Sorry.
want to do something real quick before I make another motion?
Wait, we're not waiting for them to come in so they can just.
You guys have the initiative. They are about to make an exit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stop them?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we stop them, we can take credit.
You could use things like fists to stop them. You could use the constructs to stop them. You could.
I was going to
Okay.
say to shove the constructs, but I
I'm
want to see
gonna
if
make
anybody else
note.
wanted to do something first.
I feel like the initial plan was to take their shit. That's what I thought the whole thing was to like, oh, if they take the
That
stuff,
was
we
the
take
back-
the
backup
stuff.
plan.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
It
so-
didn't really
Right.
work out, so I think we're just stopping them to get the credit.
Yeah, so we're trying to be the good guys now.
Did anyone communicate this to Sophia? Because otherwise she's still gonna take their shit.
I think we
Okay.
communicated it through the combeats telling what's been
Okay.
going
I
on.
think okay, so what we can also do is that we're not necessarily like a unified crew. Remember, we
True.
entered separately. So Sophia, Ebenezer, Tiny Tim, y'all can definitely steal their shit because they did the work of like getting the vault,
Mhm,
and Reed can stay and be the hero.
So
That's-
you know,
Sure. Yes.
you know what? I'll have the constructs probably took some gold already, right?
They got some in their chassis.
You know what? I'm gonna have the constructs corral one into one construct, so and then have him go stash it somewhere so I can get it later, and then I'm gonna have this gem to Reed so he can command the rest of them.
Okay.
Because that's great. Because then Reed could play the hero and be like, I'm
I'm using the constructs to save everybody. Well, I'm just like, okay, and the other constructs hiding the gold for me to find later.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I'll help usher people out to safety.
One of the constructs has a pen in them, so.
Okay.
Good luck.
We'll keep that in
Yeah.
mind for later.
That's
Um,
gonna be a luck
Inky.
roll for the gold. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
It'll just be covered in ink. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
tag
yeah,
like a bank.
yeah. It's just a god damn it.
Okay, so yeah, so same notion then Sophia's also gonna try and like clear the way, get the shit, and get out of there. Not
Yeah.
staying behind.
Not staying behind to stop these guys.
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Sophia is making their way towards the exit. Sounds good. Tiny Tim has returned the amulet to Reed to be a hero. I found this on that lady over there.
After telling one of the constructs to stash the gold somewhere later outside so I can find it.
I am curious though. I have one question.
What is your question?
Is the dessert person still there? Did they move?
Sophia's
they
gonna
have,
guard the dessert person.
They have grabbed a tablecloth and are cowering in a corner.
Okay. I just wanted to double check because, like, honestly, if they didn't move at all, it's kind of the best disguise. But also, I wanted more snacks, but I'll leave it be because they probably ruined them all.
You like go over to them. Are you okay? You like knock on them. Oh, it's a model.
Oh,
This is a very good model.
disappointment hits your
Nice.
gut.
No,
Yeah.
they hire the good people. They're in the corner cowering
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a tablecloth.
yeah. That's fair. Okay, but there's no good snacks, so I just leave.
All right. Briscola runs out to the front area. Villawin is following in tow. Briscola looks over. Rakavat! No, we gotta. Yes, leave him behind. We'll have to get him out of jail later. Quickly. Then she casts a veil of illusion over the rest of them. They all turn invisible with sacks filled with coin, and they make their escape. But the Aurora Stone is safe. They weren't able to get it. And you guys got a pretty penny as you guys leave the event. Reed with Jade Shell kind of comforting you. The Leaf Crown finally arrives, and they start taking stock of the situation, getting reports from people. Sophia has ran away from the scene, and Tiny Tim sees one of the constructs pull out its chassis. They pull like this removable container out of their chassis and kind of slap it shut and pat their butt as they go off back to the party. And with that, I think this is a end of mission.
I'm the one who
Excellent.
collects the gold. I'm the one who collects the gold. But roll. Wait, you have to roll to see if the pen was in that construct.
Yeah, that didn't really come up. But we'll say
It's gonna
that
blow up eventually.
It's gonna blow up eventually, so that's my point. The chances. There's a chance, not a non-zero chance that as I've taken the damn gold, I'm covered in ink.
they did empty all their contents, so you are covered in ink. Well,
Great.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
We're being honest.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not help out at all.
We'll call this a prowl roll, just to see if you get away with all the money.
Just a normal situation. Risky, I guess. Trying to get
Yeah.
out or what?
Yeah, we'll say it's risky.
Okay. Oh no!
A Leaf Crown spots you. Hey, you're covered in ink. What are you carrying? And then they run towards you with a lantern in their hand. They start to catch up with you. I guess at this point we might
Might need some help.
We might need some help. I'm gonna give you distracted harm. It's a level 1 harm.
So I already have scrapes and bruises, so that's 2, or what?
So you already have a level 1 harm.
Yeah, I have scrapes and bruises.
Don't think there's a spot for another one, is there?
There's
there-
2 spots.
There
in
is.
here.
Then you just put a second thing in there, unless you'd like to resist it, which could cause trauma.
Yeah, and then I'd fall asleep on the ground. I guess I'm still distracted. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't stack, right? I just get less effect anyway.
Yeah, you just have less effect, but now you have 2 sets of harm.
I'm gonna spook this guard out, I guess. That's all I can do.
Okay, attune.
Alright. Just a risky move? Or...
It's desperate now.
Okay. Yay, finally.
Desperate attune. You can mark
And the
off
effect
XP.
would be limited then?
No, standard.
Okay, no, but because of the harm.
Oh, I'll say it's great, but it's reduced to standard.
Okay. Partial success.
Partial success. Okay, I'll say that you guys take -1 coin to this mission, but you do get away.
Okay.
As you use your necromantic powers to summon a whole bunch of specters from the ground to scare this Leaf Crown away, but you had to give up some coin that fell on the ground.
Basically, I was startled, dropped a bunch of coin, but only was able to take what was in the container.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys. Let's do payout and all that shit. So
Reed got to smooth. That's probably worth something.
yeah, you got some new context. I'm sure that Jade Shell really appreciates that. I would say that your reputation with the Gold Gate Den has gone up. So
Awesome.
let's increase that by 1. That was
Yeah,
the
and
intent
use
and purpose of this
information
mission.
in case you ever go back and take their shit.
You guys can.
I don't want to steal that diamond. It's too big. Where are we gonna pawn it?
We're not going to pawn it. We're going to keep it in my little hoard of designer bags and other pretties, and I'm just going to gaze upon it.
Why is your bag so
Smack
big?
and Jacks. When did we decide on that? That's a great name.
That was like last session because no one could think of anything better. So it's just like, yeah, this is what it is.
I think I
Yep.
left before I was able to hear that. That
Perhaps.
was good.
All right, so you guys get 2 reputation +1 reputation per tier difference that the target was. I guess the target was the Drake Talons because that's who you were really fighting.
Yeah.
They are 1 level above you, I think. So you get 3 reputation.
Yeah.
Somebody else editing it?
Chris is doing
I'm
the
editing
art.
it.
Cool.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're
in
just
the.
we're just watching it.
Just watching it happen. Let's see. Then you get 6 coin for a standard job, but I'm going to say that you lost 1 of the coins, so you get 5 instead. You can
Everybody
distribute.
gets 1 and 1 goes in the vault.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
sounds probably good. I'll put the 1 in the vault. Well, rather in
That's
the.
a coin.
Now, normally you would need to pay a tithe as well to the person's turf that you did the job on. But you actually did the job for them, so I'm going to say you don't need to pay a tithe for this.
Oh,
Penny in, penny out.
Yeah, normally it's your tier minus 1 coin to the turf boss. You're going to take, I would say, 2 heat is the standard. Not a high profile target. You didn't. Is petrification killing?
Kind of.
It
I
depends
mean, you
on
took
the
them out of the
effect.
fight. Isn't that kind of?
Quinn also was Quinn fine afterwards? They just knocked out?
It could maybe be healed.
Okay.
They specifically engaged a trap during a robbery. They hurt themselves.
Sure. You
There's-
helped.
Depending on what type of petrification too, like for instance, like cockatrice petrification in the game for D&D at least, that's a temporary thing. It's like a poison.
It's like a shell. Your skin
So-
crusts over.
Yeah, because eventually it does wear off.
I guess I'll ask, do you guys think that anybody was killed this time? Because it doesn't matter if you killed them, it just matters if killing was involved. That means that the Leaf Crown's going to investigate.
I would like to
Oh.
go no.
The chandeliers are rough.
Yeah, the cleric died when I smashed their face in.
Let's do a fortune roll.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah,
Oh
because I did smash the cleric.
That sounds bad. I'm going to say Quinn
no.
died. She
Oh,
didn't get a
shit.
chance to do anything.
no. All right.
She died from
I'm
her
sorry,
wounds.
guys.
So now
Can
it's
I have
a...
Quinn's ghost haunt me? He stole her shit.
I guess so. I guess they're haunting you. All right, so you get 2 heat, and then plus 2 heat because somebody died during the mission. So now we're going to do entanglements. As well, make sure you guys mark off your XP.
Everyone mostly got a
So,
desperate roll eventually.
Yeah,
right?
every time you roll a desperate action, you mark XP. Then, did you guys address
Doesn't
a
matter if
challenge?
it's successful or not.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's as long as you
Oh,
get
fuck yeah.
one.
Yeah, each time you do a desperate action, you should be marking off XP
Okay.
in the
Cool.
same skill group that it was in. You each also have certain conditions for XP, saying like you addressed a challenge with X or X. Like for the cutter, it's like violence or coercion.
Mhm.
Did you guys express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during
No.
the mission?
Not that one, at least.
Or does anybody have a bid for that at all?
My belief is desserts are delicious, and
There's like-
My
there's
heritage is that desserts are good.
actually, I could play off of that as a little bit for my background to be
I
like,
I guess I kind of questioned the second one, mostly because the technical skill or mayhem. Like,
Yeah, you cause technical skill or mayhem.
okay,
Did you do it twice?
If you do it multiple times, you get 2 XP.
well, I tried to do it multiple times. I only managed to hit I killed one person, but
You don't need
I
to
think-
succeed, you just addressed the challenge.
Okay, so I think that counts.
oh yeah, because I did try to blow everyone up.
You did. I would venture
can-
multiple times.
I at least did express beliefs once because my shtick to get in was trying to be a medium, and I did tell a bunch of stories of talking to ghosts.
Sure. I would think that that's up your alley. I'd say that counts. You can get an XP from that.
Okay.
You
And
struggle
then,
with
of
issue
course,
or
I used
fight
arcane more
trauma.
than once, so I'm gonna
Hmm.
do that twice.
Now, did anybody express the goals, drives, or inner... Oh, no, wait, that's Sorry, this is a
Struggled
crew
with
one.
issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
For your
I don't
vice
think
or
I did.
traumas. I don't
I
think
did
most
not.
people did.
No.
Ironically, like I have a gambling problem, but because I was in the rafters, I could not gamble. That was my trauma. I should be down there. It should be me, not you.
That's why I'm gonna blow it all up.
I mean, do I get anything for schmoozing and flirting
I
and
think that's you
being a
kind of
general
new character.
layabout?
Well,
think that-
what's your vices or beliefs or what have you? Like, sell it to me.
Okay, hold on. I mean, my vice is definitely luxury, and I was surrounded by the people that I envy the most, and I ingratiated myself to them and maybe made inroads on getting myself a rich husband with the turtle.
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe.
I'm not fighting that hard for it.
Yeah. I think I might give it to you just because you resisted trying to steal the Aurora Stone,
Okay.
the biggest gem
Yeah.
You deserve.
that you
I did
deserve.
deserve it.
You didn't mention it, but in the future, try to bring that sort of stuff up in
Got it.
the game. But we'll give you an XP for that because I think that with the other stuff kind of combines into being that. All right, let's do crew XP. Execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab. I don't think that that's what this was, so no.
We did not succeed.
Contend with challenges above your current station, absolutely. We'll give you
Yeah,
an
we
XP for
kinda
that.
Got
Yep.
a little higher than we need.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. You certainly did.
Good job, Reed.
Express your goals. The goals drives inner conflict or essential nature of the crew.
Somebody
yeah.
argue if you want to.
You guys were trying to be savvy, I guess. Is your the drive of the crew, your bravos, so you're kind of like pushing your weight around.
We fucked with another crew and learned information more than anything else.
Like, okay.
I wouldn't
so
say this was like a hallmark of your crew's
yeah
nature.
we did have a goal of like trying to be publicly like accepted or at the very least get away with it. We had two conflicting goals, and we achieved one of them, not both, obviously. That's basically the closest thing to an argument I could have, but if you don't want to buy it, I completely understand.
I mean, we still got some loot out of it in the end.
Also,
We did like partial success on both
like
fronts.
the Reed's relationship is like, how valuable is that? I think that's like the ultimate question, because that's the only thing that's 100% we earned.
Hey, we still got gold. I'm still arguing the gold.
Yeah, I think you're grappling with figuring out what your nature was, and I think the fact that you couldn't decide what to do actually played to your strength. So I'm going to give you another XP for that. All right, now we'll do entanglements. So let's see what happens. Okay, page 6. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet. Okay, so we're gonna roll.
To do with our contact, Jillian.
So we will roll 1 die per wanted level. Your wanted level is 0. Your heat is pretty high, but your wanted level is 0, so you're rolling a d0, which is 2 die and taking the lesser. Okay, it's a 1. Pretty good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I have no idea what dice are. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm using a table specifically for this. Based on your current heat level, it is currently a 6 or above. Okay, flipped or interrogation. Interesting. Okay, we don't
Someone's
really...
getting interrogated?
Interrogation might be what happens. Okay. The Leaf Crown is rounding up one of you guys for questioning. Who is the most likely to have gotten captured based on this?
Me, because I fell from the roof, and I'm the technician that's like actually did stuff, and like stuff got hijacked. So technical stuff probably got me investigated.
Okay, sure. We'll say that Ebenezer got taken in for questioning by the Leaf Crown. Okay. Let's
You could
see.
gas up Reed, just be like, Reed saved the day.
Oh no, I don't know Reed. I don't know any of the guests. I'm just a worker, so I don't know you guys.
No,
So
I mean, but you just say the person described like.
no. Here's how this works. You can either pay them off with 2 coin, or we can make a fortune roll, and you will get some heat. Based
Okay,
on it.
so the crew getting heat versus me paying off, right?
Yeah, if you pay them off, there's no heat involved. You're released.
Okay,
You're free to go.
I have 2 coins personally, so I'll just pay it off.
Okay. You pay off the Leaf Crown, who are more than willing to accept this, of course, over anything else. They have their own shit to deal with. It was just one gang member that died, so like, really, who's to stand taking a few coin? They let you go without any hassle.
I give you a coin to make up for one of the coins you gave.
Yay.
Nice. That was nice of you.
It was a coin.
It's okay. You
Why is it sticky with my ink?
It might have gone off.
if you had rolled poorly, you could have gotten up to a 1-star wanted level. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do downtime activities. What would you guys like to do for downtime?
I forget how this works.
Vice.
Yeah, a lot of it is
Healing
either
and vice.
indulging your vice, reducing heat, those are usually the 2 big ones, recovering, as well as is a good one, or training, to just mark XP off. You guys get 2 downtime activities each.
Well,
Need to relieve stress badly.
yeah, I'm also harmed. So how does harm healing work?
So harm healing is the recover action. If you have a physicker, which you do have a contact that is a physicker, then you roll their NPC quality number of dice, and they're going to make a tinker roll.
All right, they're gonna help. I need to both buy the medicine from them, and I need to get my drugs from them. So I guess those are my 2 actions: vice and
Reed and
healing.
I guess Tiny Tim are going to go and visit the physicker.
Okay. You guys are going to get one of your assets, Tomas, the physicker, who is a black dragonborn. They work out of the Undercroft, and they work with the seedy underbelly that come to them all injured and broken. We got some other... Oh, you folks. I know you. Come on in. Let's see what's wrong with ya. Alright. So, they're gonna do a roll. Let's see what they roll. We'll say that their quality is maybe around the same as your crew, but maybe 1 above, because they service a bunch of people, so they're gonna roll 2 dice and take the better. Okay, they got a 4, which is a partial success. Okay. Okay, so partial success needs to fill the healing clock a little bit. I just need to figure out exactly how much it fills that clock. Okay, so I'm gonna say that it fills it up by 2 ticks. You should have a healing clock somewhere near your wounds. Heal that up by 2 ticks.
How about the coin?
You can also spend coin to improve this roll.
I'll spend a coin.
It will then do an additional tick.
I can't
Okay.
afford to spend the coin.
Okay.
I bought fancy wine.
The other option is that you could spend a coin to do an additional downtime action. And that's true for everybody.
I would like to do that.
Sure.
My vice is already good. I have a question. If I have 2 injuries, does that mean it has to be healed twice? Since
No.
I have scrapes and bruises and distracted.
No, once that clock is filled, all of your injuries will go down 1 category. If it goes to 0, it's gone.
Oh, okay. I'm so close.
So indulging vice, I just need to click this button twice. If I'm just gonna.
Wait,
Can
Could I-
Thomas heal me again?
Yeah, they can do so.
Yeah, if that's the case, could I have just spent the second coin to just be healed again for another downtime activity?
Okay, I'll do the same roll for both of you. Okay, 5. That's another 2 things for the clock.
Okay, cool. That's better. That's more effective than spending a coin and then trying again.
Yeah. Does anybody have level 2 harm? Like, did they start with level 2 harm?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I gave it out, but you guys resisted it, so it got, kicked down to level 1 harm. Tomas gives you guys your medicines that you can use, patches you guys up. They use a bit of their acid dragon breath to kind of like cauterize the wounds just as they're going along.
Exfoliate my skin.
Should be right as rain now. Don't get into too much trouble. At least nothing that I can't fix.
Thank you, Tomas. You're my favorite.
Chris,
Yes.
remind me of the rules. So I've indulged once. It says 0 dice, take the lowest result above. So, but at the bottom it says clear the amount of stress equal to the highest dice result. So like I'm kind of like getting conflicting reads. Which instruction am I supposed to follow here?
Well, that's probably a programming error, I think. So not like a programming error, but like an oversight. So you're gonna take the lowest die.
It's 4.
Yeah. So you heal 4 stress.
Okay.
And for you, Slide, as well, you're gonna heal 4 stress.
Thank God.
I want to spend an extra coin to train or do something else.
Okay.
Might be good to help get rid of some heat, maybe? But I 100% indulged twice. So I'm just fucking drunk as a skunk.
All right. You go, where do you indulge your vice? There's a lot of bars around here.
Let's see. If it's the first thing on my mind after a hard day's work, I'm gonna find the closest place to where we were.
We'll say that you went to the Crying Devil, which is right over there.
Yeah, that's like right outside. I literally turn the corner, it's right there, and oh hey, look! There's a drink in my hand.
Oh, how'd this get
Weird.
here?
How'd this
I'm
get
so
here?
happy for you.
Oh no, this is broken. Now I need another one.
You do a lot of drinking here, and you make note that some of the folks are kind of like talking in whispers. They recognize you as one of the folks that just hit the gate market and the Gold Gate Den job. Though, they're mistaken as to the exact situation. They know that you were a powerful person that was there. As you kind of hazily look around, you note that this is Stingerback's territory. These are some folks that have moved in from New Dawn and are trying to find new territory. They might potentially be willing to hang out with you if you play your cards right. Do you want to entertain them?
They buy me drinks. There's not... I'll entertain them. They want to keep refilling my glass.
Alright. Why don't you make a consort roll?
Can
Risky
I use
standard.
that also as a I'm using my vice?
Um,
For the game to get a little pip?
Normally it's just during a session. This is
got
just...
one pip.
Okay, then go ahead.
I literally only got one pip because I think that only counted as one violence.
Yeah, now see, if during the session, or during the heist, you got drunk, and it, interfered with your stuff, that would be you struggling with your vice during a mission.
Yeah, I figured.
But, we'll say that it's happening now. Make a consort roll. Risky standard.
Consort. Yay!
Partial success.
A liquid courage.
You're a little hazy on the details, but you're approached by one of the Jorail. They are kind of like a sort of permutation of the Drow, who have sort of spidery features. Like their dark skin is almost like a spider's chitinous flesh. but these ones are more of a scorpion sort of hybrid. They are not an unknown species, though they are very much not common in Allure.
They aren't driders, though, right?
They aren't driders, no. They're just
Okay.
humanoids that have like a anywhere between like copper translucent skin to like orange skin to sometimes a black skin. And there's strange separations and segmentations in like their cheekbones, we'll say.
Okay.
Almost as if they could break out into Chelicerae or something if they were an alien, but not so much. They approach you and say, "Hey, we've heard of you, the Smackin' Jacks."
You only heard good things, though, right?
We've heard excellent things.
Good, good. Cheers.
From that partially rocky fist, you must have been at the Gold Gate Den the other day. Or a few hours ago, not sure when this is.
Huh. Looks
Either-
at hand,
Both of you
smashes it on
dreaming.
table to rock off the rest of the rock.
Well, I guess you got better.
I
We'd
got
be-
better.
We'd be willing to make a nice alliance with your friendly group. We're purveyors of toxins and poisons and pharmaceuticals, we'll say.
Yeah, keep talking. Booze potentially within these toxins and poisons you keep mentioning?
It is a poison, but we're talking about the stronger stuff.
Okay. Makes note to self, do not drink. Bad.
Where's your sense of adventure?
It's at the bottom of this glass right here. That's the adventure. I mean, I can bring it up to the group and we'll see how things go and, try to lay low to some degree, but sure, he said you look like a good lot. All
Huh.
y'all.
Good. And we just want, as well, some assurance. We're doing a job, and we want to make sure that there aren't any vigilante upstarts trying to interfere.
I ain't paying enough coin and we can cover that. Also, maybe an insensitive question. If it is, I'm sorry. Do y'all got stingers?
Not ones that you would like to see.
On your penises?
Do you have someone else that we could talk to from your group?
Oh yeah, reads more of the kind that goes well with words and well, the rest of the crew.
Perhaps we can set up a meeting with them then.
Sure.
Perfect. Now enjoy your
Just
drinks.
Just make sure you write it down. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out. We'll write it down. I'm not gonna remember it by the time I get back, so I'm just saying, might not be helpful.
Sophia returns to the crew, and hastily written down on a napkin, it says,
No, it's like pinned to like a sleeve or like my back or
Oh my
something,
God.
and I'm slumped over wherever our place is, just like.
I
you look
love
up,
it.
where were you last night, Sophia? You look at something written on your arm, and it just says, like, Stinger's, penis question? And then it also says, Vintner's, big chest of coin. Don't touch.
Okay.
I don't know. Look. Sometimes I
Where
go
were
off on
you?
these binges, and it's just kind of weird.
Sophia,
What?
focus.
Eh,
Where were you?
at a
What
bar.
was the name of the bar?
Something to do with scorpions.
You recognize that to be the Stingerback's lair.
Okay.
I do
I'll
good.
visit them later. You did great, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. I really hope you didn't mention the dicks.
They get really
I don't
incensed
know.
about that.
It's fine. I'm not good with words. I probably told him I'm not good with words. It's all right.
Oh, good. Well done, sweetie. Now, what are you going to do for me?
Pick you up and cradle you like a small child?
Well, yes,
It
but
is
I
my
was
vice.
hoping it is my secondary vice. I do have so many. No, you're going to drink this gigantic glass of water. Yes.
Ugh.
Remember, what does beer taste? What does beer taste like when you're this drunk? It just tastes like water. So it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but this one makes me have feelings, and the other one is just kind of gets rid of the feel. It's fine.
Good girl.
I'm gonna chug some water.
Fantastic.
What you do anyway?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it's a good question.
Yeah,
So,
what
what's
the hell do all
everybody?
you do?
So, I know that some of you guys were mostly going to the Physiker to get healed in your wounds.
I paid
Um,
for a coin to have a vice time.
Ooh, a vice time. That's nice.
Yes. I was going to go and hang out with my new Biffle Jack, and Jack and Kitty were going to have a night on the town, and he was going to buy me an expensive handbag.
Ooh, I'm sure he will. That is your vice. How well did that go? It's confusing who has what vice.
I rolled a 4, so I recovered 4.
Okay,
So it
that's
went
not that bad.
reasonably well.
Yeah. Your new Okay, if you're his kitten, then who's he to you? What's a cat's predator? Or
Nothing. The cat fears nothing.
Either way, you have
British
some.
bulldog.
You have pet names for each other that are just equally
Can
as
I
adorable.
call him Bubbles?
You may call him Bubbles.
Yes!
He doesn't love the name. He likes it when you say it. He doesn't like it when you say it in front of other people. He's embarrassed.
No, call him a Squirtle. My little Squirtle.
My little
Oh,
bubble
no.
beam. So, you take him shopping, and he is, of course, like indulging all of your vices, and he has plenty of money to go around. Of course, my little kitten. Now, I do have some questions. There were some folks asking about you all. Have you haven't gotten into any trouble, have you?
I don't get into trouble. Trouble just seems to find me.
Well, that bodyguard of yours as well. Somebody from the Erzatz Armory was asking around. I just thought that maybe you could enlighten me, but perhaps it's nothing. I just want to make sure that my kitten is being safe in the underworld.
I'm being very safe. I've got a bubble around me.
That you do, my little kitten. He pats your hand as he's holding
very
it.
good. Approve, but also.
Yeah. No, I was like, should I do it? Yes, I am.
So, you've discovered that the Erzatz Armory, for their downtime action, they were gathering info on you guys because they were curious who hit them, who hit their joint. They don't know that it was Edelon Groves that hired you, but they'd like to know more about you, and they have figured out some
They were
stuff
looking
about you.
for someone with brown hair because I had brown hair last time.
Yes,
Right
but
now, I said I'm a blonde.
But they've made the connection
Understand.
between the Smack and Jacks and their hit, as it were. They recognize the
That's
others and
fair.
put 2 and 2 together. You guys are becoming known. You have a bit of a reputation. You're very savvy, and you were hard to track down, but they seem to have found you. Who else is doing stuff for downtime activities? Ebenezer and Tim.
I basically had to use 2 of them to heal twice, and then I had to use 1 for stress relief. So I was just going back to smoke stuff and try and not have to deal with spirits.
As the spirits are like trying to speak to you, and you're trying to like drown them out.
Especially the cleric.
Especially
Oh,
that
fuck.
cleric.
Oh shit.
Quinn approaches you, and you recognize her, and you're like, no, I
God
didn't
damn it.
mean to.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't even me. Why are you talking to me? And it's just freaking you the fuck out. You're still confused and whatnot. And then she you start to like listen to the whispers. She's saying something about a dark shadow that has arrived in Allure, a shadow lingering and clinging to the streets. There is something foul that has been summoned by powerful mages, a group that they whisper to you called the Quiet. They have acquired a new asset, is what their downtime activity was. You're not sure what that was. You just know that it is powerful and has caused a dark shadow to fall on the white city of Allure.
So say that again.
There's a
Quentin mentioned the quiet is what?
The Quiet is a faction. You
Okay.
don't know that much about them. There have been whispers, but supposedly they are a sort of cabal of mages working in the underground and cavorting with dark magic. They are one of the more powerful occult groups.
I'm just gonna ignore you, Quinn. To be honest, you're not the first deceased thing to follow me. You're not gonna get much out of me. Thank you for the info about the quiet.
Thank you for the info. They fade into the darkness. You continue to hear whispers about a shadow, and it disturbs you a little bit. Every time that you hear it, you need another drag of that devil stick. As for the Cult of Cania, they have solidified their hold in the royal baths. They did have a weak hold before from somebody destroying their main base in the mountains, but now they have secured their position in the royal baths and have started to distribute magical items to the royal elite. Meanwhile, the Vintners have called in a favor from Corellan's Crusade. Hold on. Ebenezer, what are you up to with your downtime activities?
So I ended up doing two bouts of indulging vice, which is gambling for me.
All right.
And
Well,
then I guess the thing that I want to question is this. So the Gillian or Jillian, whatever the alchemist is,
Mm-hmm.
what are they about? Because I know like physical was like the mechanically like they did healing. Like it's just is the context just an RP thing or is it like something attached to it? I just wanted to ask before.
I'd say you could either go to your Physiker or the Alchemist. Either one would give you some type of healing, though the
I
Alchemist
don't.
will
Yeah.
have something more in lines of like maybe you could go to them for supplies or something.
Okay.
Basically, getting help from an ally or from a friend will usually result in a better roll, like +1 dice or something. Like if you say, I'd like to build something, like I'd like to tinker a new potion or something, and I have a contact that I can contact for it.
Okay. Because
They're very
I want to.
narrative.
Yeah. Because if I can, just to let you know, I only have one coin in my person right now. So I was thinking of spending the last coin to spend for the third downtown activity, which is to visit the alchemist and basically go, "Yo, I thought the grenades were supposed to work."
Well, seems like you must have done something wrong, because the chemicals are fine.
What do you mean the chemicals are fine? It's a grenade. You literally pull and throw. And I pulled and I throw, and you know what happened? I gotta do a little jazz hand. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Alright, well, let me see if I can take a look at them. I suppose, are you trying to make some stuff with tinkering?
I mean, I have a flavor. I'm in love with demolition, so I say if I can get something like a slightly better demo charge, I can just kind of permanently put in my inventory. I guess that would be kind of nice
Okay,
until I
well,
use it up, obviously.
item creation is long, annoying, and difficult, and we're 2 minutes over. So, I'm going to say hold on to your coin for now, so that you
Okay.
can do it later.
All right, sounds good.
But Jillian is intrigued by your proposal, says hold on to your coin, and I'll work on something for you. In the meantime, you guys hear about the Dark Shadow. You guys hear about the cult solidifying its hold in the baths, and you hear that the Vintners have called in a favor from Corellan's Crusade. you also hear that they are transporting a large chest somewhere in Allure, and it went through their portal before Edelon Groves destroyed it. This seems to be a large cache of gold that they're sending off to their new allies, the Elf KKK, we'll call them. That's nice.
You go from space Nazis to elf racists.
Everybody gets to punch racists in
We
all
are
my
we are
games.
punching some baddies.
I'm
I
so glad
think
you
he
get
has,
to
I
punch
think he has a
racists.
preference for a certain type of bad guys.
Listen, I like them simple and easy. So,
Nobody was harmed.
and nobody of consequence was harmed. But those are your little leads for potential next missions. But for now, I think you guys finished your next holiday heist. Next week we're gonna move back to Starfinder. But anytime that we find like an off week or something, we can always go back to Allure for more heists with the Smack and Jacks.
Excellent.
Nice.
Did you guys like Blades in the Dark? I know some
Yes.
of you guys haven't played it
I
before.
think we're getting used to it.
It's a bit weird because it does wrinkle your brain in a new way. It asks you to flash back. It asks you to not prepare for anything.
I really like it, and I like the tone of it, and I don't know. I'm kind of it's a relief to not have to prepare anything, to just be a little bit spontaneous and see what bullshit we can do.
I do hope it gets a little easier on the side of
I think it will. I think I over prepared that heist for you guys, and you guys can do a lot simpler
mechanically
heists.
because of the. I feel like we all were basically at the edge of our trauma by the end of it.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
you
understand the
see-
set of it,
I was
but I
at the
feel
end
like
of my trauma last time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was playing it very safe, and
yeah, and I see.
worked
I feel
out.
like that's part of my slight thing is like you get a little contradiction there where you want to push it, but then towards the end you're just like, I guess I don't because I don't want to exit the heist. You know
well,
what I
here's
mean?
the
Yeah.
other thing.
Here's the thing: have
No-
fun and add trauma. Play with it.
Adding a trauma makes your character more interesting.
Fair enough.
It also doesn't technically do anything.
But that it
It's
kicks
like
you out of the
flavor
heist, though.
almost.
It takes
That-
you out
yeah,
of the
that's the
current
whole thing.
heist.
Yeah,
And it adds a
'cause
trauma.
it
If you
wasn't
get
to
4
say-
trauma, your scoundrel has to retire. Anyway, thank you all for playing. We're gonna raid out into someone who's doing art. But thank you for watching. We'll be here next Sunday for Starfinder. Have a good night, everybody, and stay
Yay,
shiny.
thank you.
Take care.
Night.
Fun.
Peace.
All right, I gotta
shit.
get going, guys. Have
Okay.
a good night.
All right. Have
Good
a
night.
Of course.
Night,
Take care,
love.
Dave.
Bye. Take care.
Raid is counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bye, everybody.